Spoilers. This is my first. That's not actually.
This is not a spoiler-free stream, Papa Smithy.
I watched this series. Thankfully, it was on the one day I wasn't casting for the last 3 months. So I found time. Okay.
It has been a great champion for him since he started playing it in the jungle, and it will be locked in. All right, so Coco gonna bring back the Ziggs that did so well for them against Jin Air last week.
No adaptation bans from the last game, which is fine. From either team.
Final two picks for SK Telecom. What
So does Cassio just get blind banned against
Coco's
Faker?
top.
Yeah, Coco's satchel
Yeah.
punches were so good against Jin
You
Air.
can't let him have it.
Routinely
So little Cassio interest in LPL.
in a team
This is oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about LeBlanc. Cassio, I was confused by this because Faker's played Cassiopeia before and he's been okay, but he hasn't been great. Easyhoon's been better.
Cassiopeia just has so many, so many clear ways you can like beat her, even if you don't have, even if she's a 5th pick. It's like she gets ganked really easily.
But she's also just insanely powerful. late
Oh,
game,
oh,
so
sure.
that's the thing is that Faker, even from behind, can carry with those kind of champions. So you have to be a little bit worried.
I really like the Annie pick. It's really good.
They're just messing with us.
Interestingly, in this game, Annie wins game
It is a
and
good
wins
matchup
lane.
against Maokai,
It is.
but Shai has never played Gnar.
And Shai has stated publicly multiple
Because this is the thing about this draft,
Okay.
which I really like.
SKT
I really like
has
CJ.
so
I
many
really
good
like
picks
CJ's draft here.
Sure.
Right, and this is what's so crazy about this game is they get outpicked. Because, okay, first pick Lulu.
Yeah.
Right, oh, well, we don't want that Sivir garbage with the picks happening to us again. And what do? They take both Sivir and
It's like
Thresh.
complete bot lane.
Yeah, that they had last time. And then they take Rek'Sai and Lucian, and then again the Maokai, and then they change it up for Annie. So they can still make picks, but it's nowhere near as strong.
They have to take Annie because it's the only reliable way to get onto Ziggs.
Yeah.
Getting onto Ziggs is hard. Ziggs has a whole lot of crap he throws out.
Nautilus?
I don't really rate Nautilus for engage. I don't think he's really good at engaging. And it sounds like he should be because he has 400,000 CCs, but
I mean, if you
Nautilus
could-
kind of walks and dies.
Yeah, if you can... Well, it's the same thing, though. You have to flash ult for Annie. You have to flash ult for Nautilus, but you could get onto the Ziggs in theory.
The instant cast is so much
That's
more
true.
important.
That
That's
is
the
true.
thing. Is like the
That's
travel
true.
time from Nautilus ult just means by the time it hits from the support roll, it's a kilometer behind the 5.
That is true. They do have Rek'Sai, though.
Exactly. They have Maokai, Rek'Sai, Annie. Like, can you ask for more pick pressure? This is like EDG Central over here.
Yeah, it's still not... I still don't like it as much, though, with the Lucian. I think that's a really big change, because you could run the same composition with the Sivir, and it would still be way better.
Lucian does a lot of damage in the late game.
It's true. He also has a favorable lane matchup against Sivir.
Yes.
Right? That's why you're picking it here. It's still very risky to run this composition.
Oh,
In the same way it was risky to run the last one. Basically, I feel like SKT just traded out. They traded out some pick potential for slightly more team fight presence.
Okay. That's not a poor way to dissect it. I think Maokai deals with what CJ is doing pretty well. In that a lot of the damage from Sivir is going to be the ricochets. Obviously, Ziggs is all about burst damage, so the Vengeful Maelstrom, given how these fights are going to play out, will probably do a lot of work against the damage that's coming out from CJ. As you mentioned, we know here that Shai doesn't play a lot of Gnar, so he's going to be new Gnar.
But picks it into a winning matchup against
Oh,
Maokai.
absolutely. It's an excellent matchup. Gnar Hecarim, Gnar Maokai, both of them excellent matchups.
time to bring the decision.
You kind of have to play Gnar at
It
this
was
point.
actually a big flaw in CJ's pick and ban that they couldn't play this Gnar.
Yeah.
The problem is, too, is that if Ambition ever isolates Bang with a cast and Bang dies, that's it. Oh, the team fight is over.
Sure.
There's nothing you can do at that point.
I mean, the issue is that like they got to dive through this game. So the one thing that we didn't mention last game is that Hecarim was the only frontliner because Nunu like is more in the middle somewhere zoning. So Hecarim as a solo frontliner is pretty bad because he's just like he has 1 CC and then doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, he's pretty sticky, though, with the Trinity Force.
Sure, but he's not like Hecarim and another diver is much better than Hecarim as a solo frontliner. I'm not a big fan of Hecarim as a solo frontliner. Like Hecarim Narf, I mean, we can't have that obviously, but like Hecarim and some sort of backline support.
You can't have Hecarim Gnar? Have you seen Unicorns of Love, Papa Smithy?
Actually, I love played one jungle Hecarim game. Like the world is.
I was talking
enriched,
about-
I guess.
Jungle Gnar.
All right, well,
Tense
that's
tonight
not
as they
bad.
show that CJ is on the
But the
verge of
Unicorns
making
fan
it to the
tell me
first
it's really good.
Champions Finals since spring 2013,
Don't drink the
2 years ago.
Kool-Aid.
SK Telecom looking to get back to another finals themselves. Both of these teams.
Honestly, I like Ziggs a lot in this
having
game.
A pretty good season 3. You get that surgence going here.
Like in general, in this draft, Ziggs is super strong.
SKT basically playing the same strategy as last game.
Do you disagree?
Prioritizing that Lulu,
No, I think it's
not
great.
changing
I think Ziggs is super strong.
what got them
I think
that
this
win.
fixes the problems they had last game too.
Yep.
I really like CJ's draft. I think it's super. I think it was very smart. They took away SK Telecom's comp. They have a very strong comp themselves with the Thresh. They have good pick potential. They've got great isolation damage once Gragas ults.
I feel like
They
using
can-
Gragas ult's super hard.
Reliable, I should say, late
Like,
game damage,
I
where
don't-
you get in range
Because if you
so
think about it, the only person that's really relevant to kill an SKT is Lucian. I just don't see how he ever gets in range to get the right ult on
It
Lucian.
doesn't matter. You can burn down the Rek'Sai or the Maokai too, and then you have a 5v4 with the better team fight.
Burning down the Maokai.
Mad
Yeah,
Light
you can
Light
early.
himself because he got to play Thresh this game. We've seen him. We've seen what he can do on it lately.
Yeah, meanwhile, though,
But I like how CJ adapted, taking the Ziggs after
Ziggs
when they
is
should
really
have
good.
had it last game. It's like, well, okay,
Rek'Sai picks
last game we got all our towers knocked down and we found ourselves at a disadvantage. So I really like CJ's draft overall.
It's excellent in that
They're,
if they ever have like a situation where they're sieging, like Ziggs obviously is the siege guy, but SKT have almost no option but to all in because Annie and Lulu and Lucian are all going to be pretty aggressively positioned to either wave clear or look for the flash tibbers or threaten it, and Ziggs just has the range to be like poke
in
central.
terms of this game, the very nice thing for CJ Antis is the Ziggs pick because they have wave clear now, and that was a big problem in the last game as their turrets got.
But regardless, the reality is that Bang has to step up super big in this game for damage, and that's what he does. That's why this game is so amazing, is because they're so reliant on Bang.
Well, I mean, like I think Bang will get a whole lot of superlatives for his performance this game, and deserved because yeah, he's the only consistent damage again.
Well, there are no wards, but Ambition is being tracked by
This is
Bengi
so
with
smart
that
by Ambition,
treasure
by the way.
sense. Yep, Bengi
Oh, no,
knows
he's not
what's
seeing. He
up.
wasn't seeing. He
Oh,
wouldn't move.
whoa, he stopped right when he came
It was-
to
it was
range. Bengi
insanely
a little bit of
clever,
trouble.
he didn't.
Tunnels his way
Yeah.
out. Wow, Ambition
Just hits ass
stopped
immediately.
right as
So
Bengi
when did
comes
Ambition
with
actually
that
like,
tremor sense.
click into top gear as a jungler?
That'd be
Maybe last after IEM. So like
It's
last
like he was
3
the
weeks
butt
of
of
the
everyone's
season.
joke when the roll swap happened, because understandably it feels like 2015 is too late for roll swaps, but he's actually pretty damn good.
No, he's very good.
And he's the thing that is kind of impressive the most is that he's clever. Like he knows his limits, he knows when to push them.
He's a very smart player. He thinks well on the fly.
be in trouble. He loves to play pretty far up.
He's just waiting for Lulu
Or
to
is
hit
it
the
gonna
jungle.
cost him this
He's
time?
gonna be in there.
Well, Maokai has an edge on the river, so no. Like,
Yeah.
Ambition can't really go in on this.
Yeah, Faker just sits on the barrel, laughs. As Ambition can do nothing to kill him. Use some time in lane. Give Coco a nice little edge in mid.
I really do like what we see from CJ this game. I think they, especially on these sieges too, the fact that they have.
And already little leads for CJ are actually pretty big already. In that, for example, Ambition got control over both Scuttle Crabs because Lulu had to back away, so a lot of extra income for Ambition. Able to get back their second buff.
Whoa, man, like predicting where Bang would go with that death sentence. Either that or he was aiming at Wolf. Let's pretend he predicted it.
To some degree, it's expected, but I mean, the Ziggs matchup already paying pretty big dividends.
They saw Bengi with the skull crab right there. Yeah, they pick him out immediately.
I really don't know if that was a predicted Q or not. Too. Might have just been
So
aiming
many
for
standard lanes, Monty.
Possible.
It's weird.
You lane swap every game, like in the
Yeah, LPL.
and NALCS was lane swap every game too.
Every game's got to be a lane swap.
Shenanigans that happened in the mid lane.
Because if you think about it, SKT are opting into Maokai vs Gnar, which is not like panic stations, but like isn't the best lane matchup for Maokai.
Well, but they want Lucian versus Sivir. They have to make a decision, and that's the decision that they've made.
And the other way you can look at it though is like, I guess the cleanse. If there wasn't a cleanse there, for example, I like having SKT in the lane swap just because Annie's like the god of roaming at level 1, 2 with
Be aggressive right here.
the flash W. But with the cleanse, I guess there's no real kill pressure onto Coco.
Right. I mean,
understand lanes has its own benefits.
Marn just caught up because he caught that wave on turret after TPing, and they have a 10 CS lead in the bottom lane. So even so, it is working out right now better for SK Telecom. As a subtle advantage, but it's still there.
Deal more damage to the Lulu and Lucian combination. And you're less afraid of getting picked off this game without the on the hunt to help you out.
Oh, hi. Run away. Marin taking a walk into the jungle, but
Bit risky for Marn to be there.
We're just going for a casual walk.
run away.
He's trying to get a green ward in there, right?
He really wants the green ward on the red buff.
Yeah.
Always come over the wall. You realize just how agile he actually is. It's kind of scary. You're like, wow, how's that dude?
Instead, he settles for the river brush.
Doesn't look like
Sad times.
bad hops.
Sad tree is sad. Shy has wave control as you'd expect on top. Basically freezing under his turret.
See, that used to make sense when there was a lot of trees making up the walls, but now it's like stone walls. Yeah, it's like what's going on here, man? Some magic trick.
Ryan needs to introduce some environmental physics.
Yeah,
So he breaks through the wall.
that'd be awesome.
Too bad they don't want to set system requirements that high, though. It'd mean probably a lot fewer players.
I like the system requirements.
Every time I see Civic Q being used to get snipe one minion and not push, I think about the mana inefficiency of doing it.
Does it make you rage?
It does make me rage a little bit. And then here we goes engage button.
Right, so Flash,
Tibbers,
Ignite,
Flash W, Ignite all used.
yeah. And
Flash done on a Mad Life, though. Mad Life may be in trouble. There's a flay. Can he
Space, where was his spell shield? Where
survive
is his
it?
spell
Nice
shield?
knock up, and there's first blood going to Benki.
We can rewind it. We have the technology.
You know, Mad Life used his flash earlier too, so I like the. I mean, obviously the
When
target
did he
selection
flash?
super. He must have flashed in some sort of trade early.
Really early.
Mad Life on it. So there's a flash done on a Mad Life, though. Mad Life may be in trouble. There's a flay. Can he survive it? Nice knock
Did he
up,
not
and there's
use
first
spell shield
blood
that whole
going
time?
to Benki.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I'm watching Siva only.
I like the system requirements. It'd be nice and
I guess maybe it was down. They said 20 seconds at this point, maybe. I don't know. It's like 26 seconds.
It's
level
also
one.
possible that he wasn't using. This may be reading a little bit too much into it, but it's possible that he wasn't using it to make them attack him or use spells on him instead of Mad Life.
It's too.
Yeah,
Too
it's
much
probably
for
not.
that, I think.
Flash done on a Mad
Hey, he's dead.
Life, though. Mad Life may be in trouble. There's a flay. Can he survive it? Nice knock up, and there's first
It's
blood
make
going to
OTA
Benki.
right there. Flash W, Ignite. Yep, let's do it.
Summoner heal used. Mad Life popped his Ignite.
Their pick power is insane, though. For Rek'Sai, Annie,
Going after Mad Life
okay.
without that
Yeah, same situation. They have kill pressure in top and bot again, like last game, but not mid.
Flash up in that situation, right target, and they managed to do it even while Benki's flash.
Ziggs
was
never
down.
gets
It was
pressured.
A little bit hard to get in via the
That's
play,
for sure.
but Wolf set it up really nicely.
This is also just no CC
And that'll be first blood
against a
for
cleanse.
Benki.
Ziggs. What are you gonna do? Not ganking that shit with Lulu in mid lane.
That quick sight stone. The Stalker's played as well, too.
Boogie loves pushing advantages. Gotta take this golem, 200 health. No, they're back. They're chunked out. No worries.
They're taking that blue buff. Faker not going to have one for another few minutes. Just due to when that blue buff was taken by Ambition early on.
It's a really safe back too. It's nice they got that first blood so that there isn't any
Also,
threat of a
CJ
dragon
has the timer
from
on,
CJ.
it's fully cleared by them. They may decide to make a play. Wolf getting a little bit
Whoa!
scared.
Flash flay. Wolf could be in a bit of trouble. Bring Ambition in. There's the Ziggs ult. Wolf getting very, very low now. Benki just tried to do something, but nope. Wolf just straight up gets
pick.
caught. There's a.
They pinged on the dragon before they were in the
Also,
area.
CJ has the timer on it. It was fully cleared by them.
Yeah, it's just problematic. This is one of those times where you really can't be this risky.
Because you know
As a
that
support, your jungler is doing red buff, your bottom lane is pushed in, and Coco has control over this lane right now. So to walk in when you know that Mad Life is just coming back up
with no flash.
with no flash, it was randomly walking in a brush. So pretty poor coordination right there.
Worth noting that Bengi really, really doesn't want to fight because he was still hasn't shot after the previous fight.
Yep.
Wolf just straight up gets caught. There's a kill for CJ. Really can't afford to have that. thing happen,
no, he
especially with
didn't he
Dragons
shot?
on the
No.
line soon,
Oh, okay,
too.
not yet.
Bad Light
Shocking
just
now.
punishing the lack of flash right there. His had just come
He
back
finishes
up
the war.
after the gank, and Benki was
boots.
low. Lack
Oh,
of
okay.
coordination between Benki and Wolf leads to That problem
Comes in
with
for the fighting on the
getting a little bit
Raptors.
trapped in the river. Bengi heading into the mid lane
Did
right
he
now.
take the damage? He did.
And
Interesting.
Bengi was
Really can't afford to have that type of thing happen.
CJ could have just taken Dragon right here.
Especially
Well, I mean,
with Dragons
Gragas
on
goes
the
for a
line
walk.
soon, too.
and Mad Life
Looking
just
for
punishing
information.
the lack of flash right there. He's had
Well, they saw the recall.
They want a deep ward before they do Dragon. Which
Right, but they saw
probably-
the recall.
Bengi was low.
So there was an opportunity to do it.
Remember, it is Rek'Sai.
That problem with
Even so.
being a little bit trapped
The
in
opportunity
river.
against
Bengi's
Rek'Sai is
heading
like
into the mid lane right now, trying to
seconds.
make the most of this experience.
I don't know, Papa. I think
They could have done it. They could have, absolutely. They are 2 to 1 up at this point.
Yeah, and there was no teleport for either top laner. I think that's a gimme.
Too soft for you.
Around those summoners.
Yeah, I think CJ could have dragged off of that.
Overplaying just a little bit right there.
Yep. Gotta be careful. It's the dangers of warding. So SKT pushing a little bit ahead in the spotlight space, taking a lot of damage actually. Has to take a ride out on the landing. That's going to give SKT a bit of an opportunity to gain some dragon around, or vision around dragon.
Don't think anybody really is willing to commit to it right now, but CJ overcoming that deficit and then coming back in his game was
He missed his cask though.
I know.
Was that sad?
His barrel
This is
roll,
still a
man.
comfortable
Oh,
position for
whatever.
CJ,
It's
and
explosive.
SKT has to have another breakout
I don't know
moment
all
like
the
they did last
abilities
game.
in the game, their
Well,
names.
see them getting
You know,
more
Buckshot.
shots in on the,
Buckshot knows those names.
Yeah,
I try and
a
learn
lot of
those.
casters do, but you know,
You don't
I-
talk
I-
about the hyperkinetic position reverses?
I prefer not to use that term whenever possible.
How about Rat-a-tat-tat? I know that was one of your favorites.
No, it's never gonna be said by me.
Huge that he invested
Will always be
his
spray and
money
pray.
into that
That's an excellent name.
at this point in the game.
Spray and pray,
right?
please. Rat-a-tat-tat, whatever. Kind of makes sense with the goofiness, but I'm a big fan of Spray and Pray.
Early damage to try and snowball his lanes.
I suppose
And we're going to be seeing more Twitch next patch, probably.
Yep.
because it's so much better to go for those quick boosts.
Blades everyone can.
Those blade buffs.
So you're going to be lacking.
You like a Callista? Not going to be seeing too much Callista.
Well, I don't get to see too much Callisto in Korea already because it's always banned.
I haven't been surprised that
Same in
Bengal's
LPL.
go for
Except against Death.
faster
He gets to
fertilizer
spec Callista if he wants
just
it.
because you have that money and you're dealing with a Gnar that has just a hex ring up in the top side as well as some pretty squishy
Steady even in gold.
tanks
That's interesting.
bottom and mid. So maybe you all in on that item.
Well, I just don't think CJ pushed their advantage as hard as they could have. Could have got the least to Dragon.
Yeah, but they probably thought they were going to win this game late anyway.
That's fair.
Passive, a little bit of
That actually, I think, is the reasoning behind most of their decisions in this game.
They don't have a rise for the ultimate will win the game late, but it does. I mean, you look at the comps and you do think, okay, well, SKT doesn't have any damage.
Well, they have to start taking dragons early again. This is a comp they really need to excel with in the mid game. Shy used his ult right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Meganar on cooldown and the ult on cooldown as well, this might be the opportunity. It's just so easy.
Give me another
to
solo
push
dragon
up,
from
they're gonna go
Bengi.
for it Anyway. All right, coming through the wall is Bengi. No vision for CJ. Ambition
That is something that they've been doing very well. Is again, Bengi's going to
Timing.
solo the dragon around the recall timing.
All right, coming through the
Even though they're pushed up in bottom,
Yep.
they still go for it.
no vision for
But if you
CJ.
notice, Bang's already shopped as well.
They're gonna see him.
So Bang is
And
pushing and
looks like
shopping
SK
and
Telecom
getting
being
back
able
to
grab
help
this
the
one.
dragons.
Ambition getting closer though.
Bang's build this game. One of the other reasons why this game is so crazy is Bang builds Bloodthirster first.
Bloodthirster first solution was a facility stuff.
It's good for pushing towers, that's about it.
Nice satchel charge from Coco. Wolf on the run there. A kill though comes in for Bang.
Unless you can get Bloodthirster
Space.
before
Oren a little bit on his
they get
own.
Infinity
Takes
Edge,
him
you do have like a
big
minor
win for SKT.
minor
Overall,
advantage.
trading
I don't
for jungle,
really.
getting that dragon.
I used to like it in like Naj and White Shield's fast pushing style, where they would just tank turret shots and fast push with.
I think there's arguments for it. It's an interesting build because there's a couple factors to it. The other thing is, if you're gonna take damage as a 500 range character, 'cause remember Lucian is very prone to being zoned out of doing damage because he's 500 range. So if you're gonna take damage, then they're probably gonna take a Ziggs ult, like a random Ziggs ult that's a 30 health.
That's true.
Ziggs Q, Gragas does damage. Even Nah does a lot of damage. Like I think lifesteal on 500 range 80 carries is underrated, so I don't mind it. But yeah, I mean, people ask me about it in general, and it just does interesting things. Also, people don't expect it.
Yeah, that's. It's also, as you're gonna see, it helps Bang because he's able to trade evenly with Space and then heal up off of jungle minions and then take an objective while Space has to recall. That's the real.
That's why
the
Bloodthirster was always
yeah.
really
That's
strong.
the real advantage of it.
Dead Annie, Tibbers drop though anyway. Actually, Wolf making out with that wild growth. Oh, Bengi goes in and gets a kill. Are you kidding me? Faker manages to pick up the killing blow, but what a play for SKT. Faker overwalled the glitter lance, and they're going to get another one to Bang.
Whimsies, oh
There
god.
it is, and SK Telecom blowing this one wide open.
So they're just fighting over blue.
Dead
at this
Annie
point.
For
Yeah.
They
So
face ambition.
I mean, so they get the dragon, right?
So why they? Let's think about why they're going in.
Well, first off,
So
they've
they-
got great vision, right?
They have great vision. There's other factors.
They have
that
lane pressure in
Lanterns down.
yeah. They have lane pressure.
They
in
have
2
sustained
lanes.
advantage with the Vamp Scepter.
build went for Vamp
So also it's worth knowing that Ziggs has no mana.
the Avarice Blade instead of building more
Well, and they're already planning this, right? Because
Yeah.
against any Ziggs team, you want to take away that blue buff.
Absolutely. One of the highest
So-
priority things.
I like how Ambition's already set up here, though, and he's not moving, right?
It's worth knowing Lulu's by far the first person to rotate, which is expected.
But by the way, look at what Ambition is doing, though. This is smart by Ambition, actually.
He's
because
expecting it.
He's expecting it. He's already got the read on the situation to the degree that he's just standing there.
No tremor sense.
No tremor sense.
Avarice Blade.
Ambition plays so well around tremor sense. It's ridiculous. Look, he's just standing there.
And Faker's first react, but that's fine.
And they ping that, right? Because they know that somebody's coming up and out of lane, and they drop the ward. And now Ambition sees the ward, right?
Yep.
Sees the ward go down, so he knows that they're coming in.
But with all this knowledge, why is Sivir just randomly and Thresh kind of randomly?
Yeah, the fact that Sivir isn't moving is the big problem.
Sivir doesn't even
Space
start-
is not on the same page as the rest of this play. So Ambition gets the W, so he's going to get the percent HP on the first hit, right?
Yes, he is.
And what a great, look how patient that shit is,
Yeah.
just for the double body slam right
Yeah.
there into the auto.
And Wolf is always very
Ambition
squishy.
plays this super
He wants
well.
he wants Wolf to use his ultimate before anybody else shows up.
Yeah,
Hi.
So he uses everything on Wolf.
Boy.
Mad Life in a good spot.
great hook.
Yeah.
So the synergy's there. If Sivir is here right now, Wolf just dies.
Wolf's dead.
Wolf's dead.
Grab for Matt.
It's one boomerang blade. But also, if you look at that, he barely gets the Tibbers off.
Yeah, it's just basically a death Tibbers. You're just like, well, I'll throw this Tibbers.
He's actually lucky to get that off, though. Because if...
So C-Seed, can use it now. You can only
Can
use
use
it
it
right now.
right now.
Yeah, you can use it.
If Mad Life had gone a little bit earlier on that hook, maybe he
Is that
could...
tugging it?
Yeah, maybe he could have done that a little bit. But it's still...
He still has 200 health. He doesn't have kill on him until he autos.
Yeah, it's still... And if Faker isn't right here, Whimsy coming in,
But Faker rotated first, so he
Yeah.
should be there first.
and then they save him with the double knockup. So what started looking really good, and if there was a Sivir there to boomerang blade over that wall, Wolf never gets that ult off.
Nope. But that was literally a slow rotation by Space. But because everyone else is rotating, Bang didn't rotate fast either, but
Actually, Wolf making
you just get
out
punished
with
so
that
hard
wild
here.
growth.
Sivir's not there.
Oh, Bengi goes
So Bengi's just fighting in the back line.
But CJ has an advantage because CJ had the better setup on this for sure. Ambition had the read,
SKT
and
had
Space
so
didn't
many
follow
wards
up.
in the area there.
What a play for SKT.
Like,
Faker
Space gets
Wolf
screwed here because of the ward in that.
Yeah,
And
sure.
they're gonna give another one to Bang. There it is, an SK Telecom blowing this one wide open.
And that's that.
Sounds like
chase
Doa
potential.
got very obese.
See with the speed boost and with the whimsy. Ambition had the drop on them, but Faker.
That's
had
impressive
to
jungling by
run
Ambition,
the
though.
lane
I really like
together
his
fast
foresight on
with
that.
Coco, unfortunately, couldn't really turn that around. Bengi still scrapping with Ambition. They want this blue buff.
Great play from Faker, though, to keep Wolf alive, to let Bengi get in there, and, you know, Wolf with the presence of mind to drop Tipper when he knew things were going down.
And
Yeah, that's
if
the
that
bloodthirst you
Tibbers,
talked
if he had
about.
been Versa before he had cast that Tibbers, it would have been an entirely different team fight.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
Barely
significant
getting it
goal
down,
advantage at this point.
But
though.
actually,
It's a huge one.
and of miraculously living through that one as well. You can understand why CJ would think they had the advantage.
The entire lead is
I
between
think they're just able to
Bang and
get there a
Space, pretty
little bit
much.
faster. And again, SKT taking that man advantage and making it.
Yep, it's basically a free air display,
Yeah.
which obviously gives you multiple gold skill.
Wow, Bang with the BT.
I was going to mention that, yeah. A little bit surprising. It's going to be less damage, but I guess they just want to get in there and brawl and survive, you know?
Really good siege, though.
Oh, sure.
Really good siege. You get the faster power spike, but it is a lesser one.
Do you think this helps them with their dragon control as well?
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, but this has to
I
turn.
think Mara
into
knew
something
exactly what was
because
happening when just
Now
randomly.
you're in a situation.
Hey guys, fight! Here's my bounce. Hello?
Mara's sitting there. I don't have any wards in River right now. I think I'm gonna walk back.
Also, you just randomly used your
You
E.
have to make this
It's
really, really work
suspicious.
for you in terms of lane pressure, in terms of punishing backs from the enemy team because you can tank a turret hit or two
Yeah.
with the shield from the Bloodthirster. But it's a pretty big risk.
Yeah, Vasily was doing a lot of
You go
Bloodthirst Solution earlier in
Bloodthirster
the
and
season
then
as well.
into
Yeah, I really looked to Vasily as a vanguard of AD carry
You
players.
see right here, he's
Man,
just
when
going
Vasily was doing it on Vici, they were a good team.
So SK
They loved
Telecom,
playing
these
Graves
last couple of games have been
and
about
Lucian, Russian Bloodthirster rotating. They played good.
towers down,
I'm not even kidding.
They did.
and then jumping to a big goal
Once
lead.
Vasily was tamed and leashed by Mata. everything
Once
goes.
he was told Graves,
This
Lucian
doesn't
only
work,
win
though.
lane,
Seriously, SKT has
he
no
played pretty well.
Yeah, well,
Not that it really
doesn't
mattered
work.
because he was on
Season's
Graves
over.
Lucian.
But hey, we said the same thing about their comp last time. If it didn't work within that narrow window, the season was over, and here they are in game number 4.
They have a Cinderholt Rek'Sai, a Lulu, a Maokai, and a BT Lucian. If this goes late game, it is a disaster.
Of course.
Right? Oh man. Seeing this makes me so nervous, Noah.
Against Zig Sivir on the other side? Yeah,
Yeah, the
the
wave
late
clear.
game's not looking good for SK Telecom.
Hello, Ambition.
Good sneaking.
Oh boy.
Look, Gragas,
Vision working in the
it's
brush.
hard for him to sneak. You know, it's not his thing.
Spotted.
Everybody moving up into the mid lane now, though.
They're really just trying to push the
Right
wave
up
in
to mid
safely.
20.
Doesn't actually matter that much if he was seen.
See how ready SK Telecom is to fight this. Bang gets sword.
Mid turret, about a third down right now, as we can see. I wish we
How's
could get a
Twitch
little
chat
top
going?
because Mars
How is
very
Twitch chat
active
doing?
in pressuring
I think it's
that as
doing
well.
fine.
This game's still just balanced on a razor's edge.
I'm sure it's enjoying itself very much. Twitch chat.
They've strapped in the drinks and snacks for this game. Spoilers, it's not going to end anytime soon.
It's not.
Yeah, he's got
We only have 50 more minutes of this game.
Coco at the moment.
But this game is very relevant for, potentially for finals.
Yep.
It certainly helps too. Well, a little bit of action up in top lane.
Shy's not
Back
very
to
good
this,
at
I
now.
see.
Yep.
You need this
Seen a
stuff.
lot of this. And Martin on the run gets stunned a little bit here. He's still got his
What
command,
if
so-
Shy's champion pool could he have played instead of now?
Not sure he did have to.
i.e. Champions League's actually like practicing good at.
Decided he had to.
Rumble,
And
possibly
Citadel,
Kennen,
Ambition.
Shyvana was banned,
I can understand-
Hecarim,
Ambition.
he can play Maokai.
That's a good point.
Especially since he was also in mid lane at the time.
That's what he's been playing recently.
Dragging up in 10 seconds.
The
so I
Hecarim
feel like
banned,
it was just
maybe?
a better save.
Hecarim,
Making
I don't know if
sure
Hecarim was
he
banned
fights
this game.
if he needed to. It wasn't dead.
Yeah, instead he bought home guards and walked back
Hecarim
to
would have been
the
really
lane,
good.
even though his
Well, he
team
lost the
was
Hecarim Maokai matchup
Yeah,
last game,
they
though. That's
really
why.
are
I think.
there dragging.
I think that he just didn't want to play that again, and also it was a surprise because no one expected him to play Gnar.
Nope.
So take the winning matchup here. I can understand why he didn't play Hecarim this game.
Oh, that's how SK Telecom got him on the last one, too. The time when Gnar was on it. Look at this.
Bang
Bang.
is smart
Trying to make
play.
a play. There's the culling space.
Completely
Avoids a lot
wasted
of
the
it.
spell
Gets
shield
chunked
on
really
one
hard.
culling.
Uh-oh. Teleport coming down. Can he get away from Shy? Shy with no... Oh, nice
Bang.
play from Mad Life, though. Can Faker get their time? Not quite. Wolf trying to turn things around. Bengi has to flash over the wall, though. This is disaster for SK Telecom. Bengi in big trouble as well. He may go down, dodging the skill shots, running for his
I like how
life.
Bengi
There's
just
a
walks in a
play
straight
wanted.
line and all the
They'll
skill
get
shots
it.
miss
Shy
him.
picks
Did
up
you
that
notice he
kill.
only could on
And
the flash
Wolf
W?
passes
That's very
to make
depressing.
it out as well here. Could be a dragon for CJ.
Shy threw like the shallowest boulder
Mara
toss
just
of all
pushing
time
the
to
mid
not
lane
pick up the
instead.
skill.
No TP response from Marin again. Trying to turn this into trap.
So-
Be down if this dragon is engaged.
Yeah, Mars TP was up right here.
I don't mind Bang's aggression because he has good wall coverage. It's only after he starts dealing that Gragas is in vision.
This Bang trying
And
to
Space
make a
just
play.
wastes his
There's the
spell
calling
shield.
space of
Yes,
one.
Bang could have backed off though as soon as he saw the Gragas instead of continuing to pursue it because that
Honestly,
calling
let's
didn't
be
hit.
real. He did not see him until this point.
Yeah, that's probably true. And Ambition gets stunned right there, but yeah, Maokai just
Blue stops Ziggs in transition.
Can he get
There's
away
no
from
Ziggs
the
come
shot?
through,
But
is it?
oh,
Yep,
nice
no.
play from Mad Light,
It's actually a
though.
really good play by
They
Faker
think
because
they're not
he
quite
gets the
full.
advantage.
Trying to
Faker
trip
realizes
things
what's
up.
going
He
on
has to
first.
flash over the wall, though. This is disaster for SK Telecom. Bengi
makes sure
in
no
big
ults
trouble
down.
as well. He may go down, dodging
The-
the
the
skill
ball is
shots,
so
running
bad.
for his life. There's a flash. They want it. They'll get it. Shy picks up that kill, and Wolf has to flash to make it out as well.
So they get
too.
dragon from this, right?
Could be a dragon for
Yeah.
CJ.
Mara just pushing the mid lane instead. No TP response from Mara again. Trying to turn this into a tower or something while CJ scrambles to get back into the mid lane. If they can get 2 towers out of this and trade it for those couple kills and a dragon, I think it's better for SK Telecom just by a little bit.
Well, doesn't look like they'll get the mid lane turret right now.
I really missed an opportunity, Pavel.
For Coco in the
When they
top
make all of
six,
these supportive comps around Bang, we really just need to refer to it as the Bang Gang.
It's worked out much better.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do it the other way.
Just like that.
The Bang Gang is where it's at, though.
Back on top
Is
a
it?
little bit.
Yeah.
Bang just getting way
The
too
Bang
big.
Gang in Seoul, South
No
Korea.
summoners available as well. I don't just burned his heal rather, so no flash available. Bengi tries to get out of that situation, and all of CJ just missing their
Watch
skill
that boulder.
shots on a
No.
very easy to hit target. I don't
He didn't pick it up either.
why you missed
Didn't
that
pa- he,
skill
he
shots,
probably
but-
thought he would have picked it up in the actual pathing.
Why'd you do that when you can just smash them afterwards?
Oh, the flash smash,
They
yeah.
did get the tower.
You
on
got
the top
space
side,
flash
but
right there,
they traded
too.
bottom side for it.
They really wanted to get that kill.
Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
there's a turret.
I don't blame them. It's important to get the solution behind. Get some advantage back for space.
It's
not terrible.
If you don't get RNG'd by the crit and Space's build, Lucian really does.
I mean, Bloodthirster Greaves, he's in an excellent position to kill towers right now. You basically can't recall while Bang's in the lane, otherwise
No,
he's just going to face
exactly.
tank a tower and kill it.
So, mid turret very low, however, at 3rd HP, and SKT has a tower advantage. They are in a gold lead, but this
His
is
effective
the
lifesteal's
point
so
where they
high with
have to
bolts
get
and the passive as
even
well.
more of an edge.
You just lifesteal so much as Lucian.
I'll do Twitch chat a solid here too. You guys should Google Wolf Bang, one word, and then look at the Urban Dictionary definition for a hearty chuckle.
A hearty chuckle. Is there a reason you don't use that anymore?
What, Wolf Bang?
Yeah.
That's what it is. The Wolf Bang bot lane just has some interesting connotations.
Who got it? Oh, Ambition. The Alpha. He did have the
Why? The question is like, what is Mara doing in there right now?
Well, obviously they had a call, right?
Telecom committing a lot for this, so yes, Coco takes down Karin with the ult. I can't
This is
believe what I'm
terrible.
seeing here, man. A double kill for Coco. What?
It didn't even matter that Lulu rotated first. Ziggs was like, this choke was mine.
Because let's look at that. So Mara's gonna recall right here. He just pushed in the top side. He at least took out top turret for that skirmish in bottom lane. So SKT still has the gold.
And he walked mid and tried to get that as well.
Yeah. So he actually did some nice work right here, even though he didn't TP in because it was going to be late to that fight, and Bang was already pretty much dead. As soon as the Gragas hit him, it still like worked out okay actually for SKT. They actually probably did get a slight advantage off of that, all things considered. But why Marin is blindly walking in to contest red buff right now is a different story.
Well, he has the look. There's the teamwork thing. He wants people to come and help him.
But oh god, they just. I mean, they have no idea where Bad Life is.
Nope.
Has blue buff too, so what are you going to do?
And so they see Mad Life in mid lane right now, actually. So
Can't push it fast
the thing is, when Baron walks in here,
It's with no respect at all.
no, it's no respect. Yeah, he's got that ward back there, but this is still could be a 4v1 at any moment with the collapse. So I understand if he goes in to ward it and then walks out, but he has that trinket. He doesn't use his trinket. And then he just decides that he's going to scrap with ambition.
Well, he's gonna scrap with the red buff. That's what he tries to scrap with.
What? Yeah, but he's against a jungler with smite.
I'm just letting you know what he was thinking.
It's a terrible decision.
The Sun has to wall the
comes up here, Ambition could be in
The
trouble.
why Bengi goes in to chase him is another mystery. And then uses his tunnel.
Did you not notice the help thing?
He uses his tunnel with the flash down to engage to help, so he can't even get over back into the Baron
Did you
pit.
not notice the blue thing? He said help. What's Bengi to do? He was asked for help.
Oh. Yeah, Smite was used previously, actually. So the Smite wasn't up, so there was a... But it still is just awful to try and go for that.
Coco has that ultimate to try and set up
Way too risky.
You're at a disadvantage, and Faker has a long, long way to walk.
You don't need... How are you going to get over that wall? Like, best case scenario. Okay, maybe Mario was like, okay, I've got 2 charges on this trinket. I'm going to ward over Baron, W to Baron after I style steal red
I don't
buff.
think you have range for it.
You don't have range for that one?
No.
It's the only thing I can think of.
You only have like 425 range on.
Yeah.
It's not that long. It's like Urgot auto attack range.
Oh, God.
And we all know Urgot's auto attack very useful.
Collect that minion wave cooling underneath the tier 1.
Let's keep this camera on mid lane. Lots of action here.
It's the battle of the wave clear. Ziggs barely edged
So there goes SKT's lead.
Uh huh.
Goodbye.
Wow, that death sentence on that scuttle crab
Man,
predicted exactly where it was going to be.
It's not even a ghost blade, it's a shiv.
Oh, you're right.
On the bang. Yikes. I don't know about this build though.
Bang has all of the
Making me
wave clear.
nervous.
He does.
The instant wave clear.
He is the
They're gonna
king.
try and wave clear with the blue buff now, so this is
He's the
time
king
where
of...
He has a very early last whisper coming.
Bang is not going to go into
Cheap
mid lane.
build.
That he does. Little
Yes.
help with Shies.
He has the cheap BF sword item into the cheap
Randuins.
Well, I mean, pushing
items,
down
yeah.
the lane turret,
He'll be
it
doing
was
damage to
built
Shy a lot
so
earlier.
much for SK Telecom, too. Just in terms of nap position, you know.
And Faker goes to farm the wolves.
I mean, this mid lane turret is basically standing between SK Telecom and their chance of winning this game.
I agree. It allows them to get that
I
position.
don't understand the shift from space, but I guess he got priced into an Avarice Blade and just happened.
Marin
Yeah, I don't like the Shiv here
has a
either.
frozen heart now.
I think
They
it's
don't,
not-
they don't need wave clear. Like, what the hell is that?
I think that we all overanalyze the choices of like PD over Shiv. Like, I don't. There's games where Shiv is necessary for wave clear, but like I think in general it's do I have 800 gold? If so, buy an Avarice
They
Blade,
don't know he's there.
and then what else are you
The
gonna
advantage of having a user
Maybe.
is
buy? I mean that's what most
if
character
you can trade
competitive players have
damage
told me
somewhat
is it's just
evenly with the
gold
Sivir
value
like we saw Banks
relevant.
try to do with
But otherwise,
this one, you can heal
and the
off the
stats on
wave
Fan
and
Dance are
then
crazy.
force Sivir to go back while
terms of
you
offensive
take
fight
objective,
stats.
whether it's a turret or a dragon.
Like, when you're
That's
bang and you
why
already
they
have
went
double
all
AP,
in
like the
on
Shiv obviously not
that
gonna be doing
trade
sick
in the bottom
damage.
lane.
So
He did get
and they have
punished
good
for it,
wave
but
clear
there's a
from both
reason
Maokai
to
and
that
Lulu. So
sort of maneuver
I
because
think it's only a gold value thing.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not a fan.
It's fair.
It's just
In this
risky.
particular situation, at the very
Just
least.
risky. If it works, you look like a god, and if it doesn't work, you kind of look like an idiot.
Jury's out so far, but it's not looking good at the moment.
Honestly, if you think of like Bang's build in the context of fighting a lot, and right now, I think it's fine. This is a we can't let this game go late build.
I guess, but at the same time, Space is sitting there on 2 items as well. The only advantage is a completed pickaxe and the Zerker Greaves at the moment, so...
What about the sick rotations you can do with the Bloodthirster?
That's true, but he has to actually be in a lane to take a turret in order for that to
There was
work.
a red buff and some clouds, mate. Just slow down. He'll get there.
That's about it.
He needs to get into that mid lane. Even so, how are you going to siege against the blue buff Ziggs?
Oh, they know where ambition
You know,
is.
flash
They've got
twisted
that level.
advance.
Ah,
Got the
okay.
tremor sense. Now SKT
Perfect.
grouping up in mid. Maybe they'll finally be able to take down that mid lane turret. And CJ though, I mean,
I think the enemy having no option to chip out Lucian
allowed CJ to just
is a
delay
relevant
so
thing
long
in this
that
game.
that late
Because they have a
game
lot
that
of
is
poke
so
damage
scary
from
is
Ziggs
getting
and
closer
Sivir.
and closer.
So
Why does
the
Marin
fact that he's
walk
always going
down
to be
the
topped
base
up, I
of
think is
the
relevant.
second
I
time
know they've done a pretty good job of getting Ziggs turret down.
Just
Yeah.
sit and bounce
If this was a
right
Zia,
back
that turret would be
for
full
an
down.
ankle.
We all know that
Instead,
Zia's
he's
turret's
walking
going to
up
fall
to
down.
to the mid lane.
Have you had the 40-minute games where the turret's still
Oh,
up?
Several
As
used
was,
space, just using it to a little bit better
I have
position
not,
here.
sir.
Ambition
I have not.
looking
That
for
was a
an
dot A
opportunity
game.
before that explosive cast doesn't
Nice
find it.
shot.
Yeah, really good damage onto space, and now SKT can come in and try to use this to push down that turret, maybe take a dragon.
The Ziggs effect.
Exactly what SKT needed.
Would you like to
That
come
Sivir
through this
was
choke?
working, they needed chunk out Zip doesn't
I would not, sir. I would not like to come through this choke.
But there's a rubber
And
band.
they're going for the Dragon. SK Telecom trying to make this happen. Talk about risky. And Danger is their team name now. Oh, Ziggs off. They try to steal it. Bengi gets it anyway. Ambition
Now it's
slowed
fight
down.
time for
Marin
Ziggs
comes
to
in.
go.
Nice wild growth for the knockup. Oh, Faker can't
Ambition
quite kill him
was-
with the auto. Shy knocks him back. They're going to continue going in on
not
this
just
one.
ult?
Ambition.
He ulted
still
and then
low.
immediately
Bengi
got whimsy. That was
comes
actually
in.
crazy.
Nice wild growth for the
Watch
knockup.
this.
Oh, Faker can't quite kill him with the auto.
Because it looks like he can't ult because he's a critter, but he actually just ulted immediately before that.
He chucked them back a bit.
Shy knocks him back. They're going to continue going in on this one. Ambition still low. Bengi tries to flash the knockup, doesn't hit it. Wolf gets
Let's see how
grabbed by
aggressive
that
Ben
death
gets
sentence.
this time.
Somehow makes it
Or he
out.
gets crazy aggressive. Watch what happens to Mad Life right here.
Turning it
Full
around,
health.
and bang,
Wait.
suddenly the front line of this team fight. Still
Oh, wait,
high
this isn't
health,
the fight I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
yeah, I could tell it
So
wasn't, 'cause he's
they'll
already
fight
got
to a bit
good
of a
mana.
stalemate,
That's tough
it
for him
looks
to do
like
too
after
much.
SKT takes that dragon, they may pay for it with this mid lane turret though.
Yeah, they
Not quite, but oh, they might lose it next wave.
The ability to overstay with
Somehow,
Bloodlust is so sick.
and burned and they need
Yeah, really good damage on the space, and now SKT
The world's worst choke.
can come in and try to use
Sad
this
days.
to push down
But
that
now the minefield's down, so you have a lot more opportunities.
You make it sound like the minefield cooldown is actually relevant.
Yeah.
There's not meaningful decisions when it comes to minefield.
I don't know. You have time right now to just all in the dragon. And Marin.
They did.
Yeah.
Meganar, though.
It's a very narrow window, but it is relevant.
Dragon, SK Telecom trying to make
And
this happen.
they're also
Talk about
ambition.
risky.
They just can't commit here either because the Maokai is just threatening them from the flank, so
Yep.
they can't walk up at all into this engagement.
Yeah.
And dangerous.
The spacing's really good from
Yeah,
SKT.
SKT. There's no way you're going to hit crowd control with the Gnar, even if he fills his rage bar right now because everybody's so spread out, and Wolf is just waiting there with flash ult right over that wall.
Name now.
So if CJ walks in and clumps right here, Marin's in your back line and Wolf flashes on you and you're
Yep.
dead. So there's really nothing that CJ can do to engage this one.
Nice wild growth for the knockup. Oh, Faker can't quite kill him with the auto. Shy knocks him back. They're going to continue
obviously
going
super
in on
tanky.
this one. Ambition still low. Bengi tries to flash the knockup, doesn't hit it. Wolf gets grabbed by that death sentence. Somehow
No
makes
one
it
dies.
out. CJ
Yeah, it
turning
is really
around,
impressive that
and
nobody
bang,
dies.
Suddenly the front line of this team fight still high health, doing damage, and so they'll fight to a
If Coco
bit of
had
a
the ult, yeah,
stalemate.
it
It
would've
looks
been
like
different.
after SKT
Went for the
takes
ultimate
that
still,
dragon,
it's fine,
they
I
may
guess.
pay for it with this mid lane turret though.
yeah, they
Not
Ryan can position
quite.
so much more aggressively with the
Oh, they
lifesteal
might
there.
lose it next
And now he's going to go walk
we'll
over
see
and get
Ambition
some lifesteal
barely
from
not dying
Raptors
there
and come
thanks
back
to
mid
the
probably.
summon or heal.
You
Getting
mean
it
red
out.
buff?
And,
My apologies.
An AD
SKT
carry's
trying
best
to go
friend.
around that right with the
Well, when you have
Meganar,
20%
it's
lifesteal,
maybe not
red
the
buff
best
doesn't
idea to
do much.
continue that fight after you get the dragon, especially if you lose this turret. Bang.
Hoovered
Trying
it
to
down
fill up
instantly.
off of some of these jungle camps, but it
Are they
looks
giving up
like
mid turret?
they
Looks like
may
they are.
just sacrifice this. No, Coco's gonna pull back. So
Close
Nope.
call. This
Okay,
game
Faker's
is
there.
that was
extremely close right now.
Faker chunked space with a glitter lance at the beginning of that, and
Right.
it made a world of difference.
Whoa.
It's amazing they actually keep that tower up right there.
Yep.
With all the recalls going down.
The satchel
You
shot.
could argue it was slightly too defensive from Coco, just like it was slightly too
Get the
passive.
style
When
points
it came to
on
taking a
the
dragon
basics.
earlier. But,
Rocket-powered Ziggs there.
you know, teams have been punished for less.
Yeah, you're still confident. You don't want to overplay right now, though. If you're CJ, you're not really worried. You have one dragon already. It's 2-1. You're ahead in kills. You're down a tower. You're approximately even in gold. You have the better scaling comp, so why commit? There's no reason to.
That's probably what CJ have been saying all game.
Yeah, I think it's totally reasonable what they're
SK
doing.
Telecom with a slight edge in Towers and Dragons.
It's like they're gonna give up.
We've got to the point where Coco instant clears waves everywhere with ult. Happy
That
days.
turret's probably getting low. There it goes.
Yeah, they're slowly taking down towers as well. Now it's even in that regard. Now they have a gold league. They're probably feeling super good.
CJ's still up.
How can you blame them?
It's been really low for a long time.
With the benefit of hindsight.
Yep. Power Ziggs. Oh, Ziggs. How we miss
I think that's why it's so hard to comment
it's
on
funny that CJ would,
on
and Ambition would
CJ's decision making in this game because you want to be conservative.
Faker, but look at this. Who's the one playing Ziggs, CJ, huh? Who's the SKTS now?
Wow, those are some boring games, though. Thanks for reminding me.
Okay, calling SK Telecom going in onto this one. Stun on the Mad Life. There's a kill on the turret from Faker. Mad Life
a
takes it
great
out, but
Ziggs ult,
SKT
though.
got what they came for. CJ trying to turn this one around. Shine nearly Meganar again. Marin.
This is the
maybe
fight
in a
where
bit
Mad
of
Life
trouble
gets
getting- I don't know
destroyed.
what's going on with Marin right now. Shy gets to the back line. Big Wild Growth comes in. Space comes in to try to clean this one up. Meanwhile, Faker though still untouched.
There's
Bengi
free
with
hit
a lot of
Watch
damage.
this.
Coco
Good
though
lane.
gets the kill onto Bengi. Oh,
gets the
Bengi
extra
gets
kill,
the
that's
Mad
nice.
Life though. They're turning it around.
Yeah, that
Marin
roll.
comes back in, and SK Telecom turns around the
Watch
team
how many
fight.
things he
Bang, not
randomly
done
knocks.
yet. Coco! Faker gets the kill, and this may be another turret going down in
So
favor of
good.
SK Telecom.
I think CJ's right to engage this fight too. This is a very even fight.
Kind of trash talk SKT for being
But
SKT.
if you watch how this unfolds, so they Mad Life has hooked down right there.
You're laughing so much.
Wow. Those are some boring games, though. And thanks for reminding me.
Very low turret, so they're like all in on it.
Right, and Marin
Yeah,
again.
exactly. Excellent flank.
Yeah, great positioning on there. They force Coco's cleanse and flash
Is there
immediately.
literally no wards on the map defensively from CJ?
There's a pink ward right here.
There's one pink ward. Okay.
Maybe we go back.
Did they see Maokai? They didn't, right?
Oh, they must have seen okay.
Watch where it comes from.
Oh, that's clever, actually.
They literally route all the way around.
Yeah.
That is the world's longest wraparound, and it was super successful.
So I mean, that's just a great call. Like, look at how fast that snap decision.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, to be fair, they've been playmaking this for a few seconds while Maokai was getting in
yeah,
there.
it's still like just,
No, I'm not running it down. Yeah.
it's really good.
Who take? And of course, because Twisted Advance was used, I believe Bengi takes aggro.
I can't see where it's shooting. Where's the turret shooting?
Coco's used everything.
Actually, it was Bengi. The reason
Yeah.
why Faker shielded him, so he didn't take the first couple of hits.
And Marin used Twisted Advance, so it would have dropped aggro anyway.
Yeah.
So it had to be Bengi. So Coco's got ult still, but nothing else.
They don't even give Ambition a chance to ult them off this tower, so it's just a free turret right now. Not sure about that dropping of Tibbers
Onto
Mad Life.
yeah.
I honestly think right there you just queue him for the stun and then finish off the tower and back out. There's no need to dive this really, and this is where you could really turn it around because Coco didn't die out of that, so and he still has his ult up, so
What's
he's
the take
able
on
to
this
hit this.
teleport? Because I think that
huge
teleport
ult.
as now in this situation is super bad.
No, it is.
Because like, why doesn't he teleport
What's this?
there?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the one, and he's got
Even here.
He even has an arbor.
Actually, he knows there are no wards in this brush too, so this is probably the better ward to TP to.
But he has an almost full number.
Yeah, he should absolutely TP, but he should not TP here.
It doesn't do anything.
Right. It's bad TP.
Literally, all that TP will do is alert them to the fact that he has a lot of Naba.
Right.
Got what they came for. CJ trying to turn this one around. Shine nearly Meganar again.
Okay, but now they're never ever going to do anything.
Marin, baby.
And that's not true. They do a good job here. Marin gets cast back, but then he W's onto Shy immediately, so that cast does nothing. Now there's no ult. And they're just going to turn this one, especially since Coco has no
So
mana
Shy
or
walks
health.
out. He's actually ulted here.
Right. Yeah, he is. Where is
No,
he?
Shy's about to ult.
I don't know what.
Yeah, pushing Marin and Bengi back. So he responds to the W by using his ult, getting them into the box. I mean, this is fine team fighting from CJ. They've got the crowd control. And
Space shows up now.
also, Faker used Wild Growth as Marin was flashing out. It would have been way better. That's like just a misplay. Hard to account for that,
Space
though.
shows up now.
Yeah. Hard to account for that, though. But it would have been better to ult Bengi in that situation and just have Marin peel Shy off.
So let's think
Bang.
about Bang. Bang's half health, low mana, has a lot of sustain and flash up. Not worried about the threat of Shy, obviously. So he's still stunned. Starts autoing, which is fine. He just goes crazy at one point there.
Well, it's just because Mad
He
Life.
sees Mad Life and he's just like, let's do it.
Yeah. It's a really bold decision. That is a very bold decision.
What cooldowns does he know are down though? Like, what cooldowns can really do anything to him? Like, Mad Life's gonna die.
Do we know Satchel Charge is down?
Let's find out.
First charge.
Ult's obviously down at that point. So ult is used. Q.
Where's the charge, Satchel?
I don't know what.
There it is.
There it is. So
Okay.
Satchel charge is down, and Thresh will die to his burst. So I guess there's no CC for him to respect.
They can still just run on him with the ult. Though,
Sure, but
from
well,
Sivir.
he knows. I'm just saying. Let's process the information he knows. He knows that everything is down from Ziggs
Yeah.
for at least 5-6 seconds.
So it's incredible to me that he can know this.
Process all this, right? Yeah. This is us at 0.5 seconds. We were
Talking together,
So,
watching it multiple times.
Malife's dead. So pause it now. So they're gonna go in again.
Re-engage.
What are they re-engaging with? Faker has both summoners, and they know Coco has neither. So
Right.
that's relevant.
And Bang still has flash as well.
And Bang still has flash, so he has a lot of options.
And Shy's about to go mini again too, so they're probably feeling pretty good right here, especially since Bang will be able to heal Wolf off of this. So he gets Arcane Smash. Space gets Arcane Smash. That's a great Arcane Smash from Marin.
Marin has ult back up as well.
Yeah.
So the re-engage happens, and remember this is Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster Lucian, so he doesn't have to respect a lot of damage.
The really scary thing here, though, is if Coco gets a kill or assist, he gets mana back from the Athenians.
That's true.
That's actually
But the
terrifying.
cooldown's
Because
the issue, though.
if they mess this up, though,
Remember, his E is down. His W only comes up about now, you'd think.
right?
Turns around the team fight. Bang, not done yet.
Go!
Baker gets
Oh! But the interesting thing there, though, is like, as we open up the keyboard shortcuts, is that their windows for taking turrets are so narrow. Their windows taking turrets are literally Thresh and Ziggs are dead.
Yep.
Then there's no engage potential, and there's only a cast you have to respect. So their upside from winning this fight is massive. They get a second in an turret they would never get.
Yep.
Pushing it to the limit.
Even though they did do a good job of
Look, this
fighting
was definitely
fight.
aggressive.
Very narrow items by
A lot of this is Bang
by timing, so
doesn't have to respect as much damage. So I mean, a lot of this is Bloodthirster. I know you like you don't want to hear it, but like
No, I agree with you.
he just respected all the incidental damage, took a lot of
It's
it.
just
and
you have to play
ran.
very differently with this Bloodthirster, right? You would never re-engage this fight
No.
without a Bloodthirster. So it's interesting to me that the team the entire team adapts like this, right? That they all fall back in this very
They
odd
also
situation.
had the summoner advantage by far. If I said by
with the
far,
help of a flash.
they definitely had a huge summoner advantage.
Before the glitter lands onto Coco, shutdown gold goes to Faker, and now Void Staff is done for Faker. The Last Whisper is done for Faker. So they do have a timing.
The
Right
Cullen does so much damage
And
now.
Part of that
The
timing
four- the
comes from
BF so
fact that
fourth item.
Bloodthirster, came in
And the
first
only
instead
person
of
with
the
armor
Infinity
is
Edge.
no.
And they were able to push that turret. I mean, SK Telecom, to their credit, is playing these very challenging team compositions out very
It's
well.
still really
And
bad though. Like they're still not in a good place. 3K gold at 31 minutes into
No,
this
with the
game
comp,
is
absolutely.
do it.
not great for them.
Does
Two
work.
turrets down in the mid, I mean, that was really
I don't
strong.
know,
So we can
Noah.
start getting those
You
red
gotta-
and blue
you gotta
buff
fire the
forwards.
balls
Yeah,
on
the
SK.
picks
You gamble
do
like this
matter
the
quite a
last
bit
couple
here.
I mean, SKT, if one thing they've shown in the previous game is their understanding of time is just wonderful. Like,
Yeah.
they play around enemy blue buffs and stuff, so they start monopolizing the blue buff especially, and now they have basically so much space around blue and dragon. Like, Ziggs should not get a blue buff, and from memory, he doesn't really get many blue buffs this game.
You know, from watching these games slower, I'm really respecting Ambition a lot more as a jungler too, because he really is one step ahead a lot of the time.
Well, how many junglers actually know how to play around Premises?
That's crazy.
1, 2? Like,
He does it multiple times as well.
it wasn't a coincidence. It was actually really impressive play, like I say.
You have to be very worried about this Ziggs though still. Oh, of course. This is by no means a done deal. SKT needs this gold lead just to remain competitive in team fights, I feel.
SKT survived by their brawling, their great team fighting so far this game, and it's working so far.
Space being late, they took again. SKT took the man.
Mission doesn't have any armor?
Boy.
Took the
Almost
danger of that
dies.
tower dive. But they knew that
Yeah,
Space was
I don't
there,
like the
so
locket here
You don't
from
want your
Ambition.
jungler taking that much damage
I
when
mean, like,
Dragon
there's
is up.
not really any magic damage, let's be real. Like, even 3-item Lily, like, okay. it
Especially
hurts.
Marin didn't even go Rod, so who cares?
It's respecting
Dragon number
any
3 now
damage,
for
is all I
SK
guess.
Telecom. They're
I know what you mean,
this game
but
4-2
like,
in turrets. SKT, they're starting to really push that lead even more.
You know what's impressive?
Cooldown reduction on
too, is
Gravis
the last few
is
weeks,
pretty
how
strong,
much
so
emphasis
maybe it's
SK
just
Telecom
that,
has
but-
put on Bang. Bang has to
You
be
feel
the
like
one
Glacial
to show up in
Shroud
these
and,
games
like,
where they play the mid-lane.
Yeah.
Spectre's Cowl and stuff. would have been-
Shroud, I mean, getting that faster Frozen Heart is probably pretty meaningful in this situation. If you're going to deal with this Lucian, you already have damage reduction from your W, and then you cut Bang's damage to everybody else
Okay,
at the
but
same time.
Let's
It's
say,
way
let's,
better.
let's say CJ won the next fight. You just say brilliant. Their strategy is kill Lucian and ignore the
How
magic
much Bang
damage.
is
Like, you could be results orientated about it as well.
That's true. But I still think that
Story nearly done on Annie as
you
well.
want to.
They're going to have
That's
like
the
righteous
safer
swords.
play is just to get the Frozen Heart because it's a passive aura that works whether you fuck up or not.
Well, it's coming next.
Another tool to catch people out with this pick combo.
Do you see the once in a while Iceborne Gauntlet Gragas?
No.
We only saw one or two in LPL.
Area set up vision-wise.
For the
I
stickiest
will say
Gragas of all
what
time.
worries me about SK
Gross.
Telecom in this
Not
particular
into sticky
situation
Gragas?
is
Not into sticky Gragas.
This is going to come back to bite you in the ass at some point.
They should sell that at the League of Legends
Well,
concession
would
store.
lead to a very,
Get your
interesting
sticky
final
Gragas.
strategy. Uh-oh, Baker may be in a
Goes
bit of
well
trouble
with a nice
here. He's
coffee.
got his summoners up. He's got his ult. There's a flash knock.
Oh, this is so impressive. This is like the best team fight in the game, I think.
Here comes SK Telecom. Can they turn it around?
Is it
Faker's
flank
still
time?
alive. Zigzag comes in.
The
does
flank
quite a
culling?
bit.
Are you
Faker
ready?
Are you
manages
ready
to
for
get
it?
out of
I'm
with
not
the
ready
flash,
for
though.
it.
Marin just brawling with
We're gonna have to
everyone.
reassess this one because this is the one we have to watch the mini-map and see what he's doing.
There's a knock on the space.
Zig's not
Oh,
involved in
they
this
take
fight.
down
Oh, he zoned out Ziggs from
Shy
side
and
rush.
Russell
I know
Back.
exactly what
I-
he's doing.
I know that fact, but I
Oh,
wasn't
man,
watching it
Lucian,
because I
you go
wasn't
on
on
him in your
fire.
back lines. Shy getting low. Nice satchel charge from
Such sick
Coco.
80
But
carry play,
Ambition
holy
still
shit.
taken out by
He flashed
Faker.
him stuff.
Bang,
Yep.
continuing to chase, gets the double. Low health. He's going to back away and heal up a little bit on the grudge.
so
But
ridiculous.
another
Oh,
fantastic
I wanna
team
see the-
fight
let's-
from SK
is there a
Telecom.
replay coming up?
Only
Probably
Coco
so.
available.
Yeah, of course.
Do they want to go for the Baron here? Looks like they will.
But
he was up a little bit on the getting look in the back lines. There's a knock on
So like
the
you
space.
so they use all their pick onto Lulu.
Well,
Meanwhile,
I mean, we can look at this. We can look at how they set this up too, because Faker. So they have appropriate numbers of wards for Faker to be pushing this deep, right? They're not really that concerned because they have enough information that they're going to be able to collapse at the same time. The only real concern is that the Ziggs ult gets in there, right? Otherwise, it's pretty transparent what's going on because Shy is busy chasing him up the entire lane. And even though he gets Glitter Lance, there's not really catch potential. But they have control over the river already. But SKT sees this coming from a mile away, right?
Yep.
And so look at where Annie is.
This was all watered, by the way. That
Yeah,
whole river area was watered.
there's no way. And that's why Faker is safe doing this. So you get another Glitter Lance coming through. And
Flash
Mission flashes
used.
early, actually. Because if he doesn't flash right there, he's slowed and he never closes that gap. And Faker just walks away with Whimsy. So he's forced to flash during that situation.
Yep.
So he knocks Faker over straight into 4 people,
Including space.
including space. But Faker has shield and he has ult.
Worth noting.
So the box fails,
Yep.
at least initially.
And worth noting,
Wolf,
meanwhile,
Wolf flashes in, right? So Wolf just flashed.
yep. For tips.
And Marin TP'd to the ward in the river.
Yep. And worth noting, Lucian and Ziggs still walking.
Oops, I muted it. I didn't mean to do that.
So here comes SK Telecom.
So that was the Gnar ultimate used on Faker and Marin.
Yes.
And Bengi, I guess, given that he's stunned over there.
Yeah. So it's a good Gnar ult, too.
Yeah.
Faker just has so much AP at this point that he's able to survive.
Yep.
And then watch. So here's the ult too. Great Ziggs ult. Gonna hit
Wait
3
for it.
people.
Importantly, the Vengeful Maelstrom was active, so 20% less damage.
Yeah. Also, Faker flashed the ult. Right.
We have to start watching Lucian and Ziggs soon.
Yeah.
So, from Gragas on
But
the
it's a nice attempt at that ult, right? And Space gets hit by the Tibbers, but he's the only one. Because Shy
Yes,
gets
it's a
in
one-man-
there.
It's a one-man Tibbers.
Shy gets in there and smashes everybody into the wall. So you see the Ziggs ult comes in. How does Faker even see this? I mean, I can't even tell that the Ziggs ult is coming in, right? Because there's like so many circles on screen.
There's a couple of pixels over there. I know.
It's crazy
It
though
is
that you
crazy.
can see this in the heat of the moment. I have a hard time seeing the Ziggs ult right now.
Flashes it.
You're still
He was also flashing Shy, so maybe
Yeah.
he was just flashing Shy. Shy's follow-up CC.
It's the time to start watching the mini-map, though. The mini-map gets crazy. So Lucian starts to come straight in.
Yeah, from River. But then
And then he notices Ziggs.
He notices Ziggs. Was
Those-
there a ward right there?
There must have been.
No, pink warded, dude.
So why would it just randomly? I guess that's the most likely place Ziggs will be. It's pretty. Did he scrying?
He
all
sees
of
it with
Does
the
he-
ward behind the Baron pit.
Okay, yeah. So he knows that he's in there. Okay, it's not just the most lucky random thing of all time.
But it's still, he face checks that brush.
He
against
dashes
Ziggs.
in with no vision.
And he actually forces Coco's flash immediately, too.
Yep, because cleanse isn't going to do anything.
And notice that Bang's flash was even up at the start of this fight.
Oh, you do flashed in already?
No, Bang's flash.
Oh, bang! Sorry, I was talking
Yeah.
about Wolf. Yeah.
Flash, though.
So he
So
runs at Ziggs, and Ziggs is zoned.
The what he does though is that the looks like the minefield was already placed because we couldn't see that earlier. When does the minefield get placed? Because it's like the I think he throws down the minefield right here underneath the minimap. I think he throws down the minefield right there, and then Bang walks back around it. There it is.
There it is. Yes, it's in the corner.
Oh, so he throws it out. And he actually throws it out too far. That's why Bang is able to. He just dashes on top of him and
Yeah.
he forces the flash.
Yep.
Get out of it with the
So there's the flash right there. And at this point, Lucian, Ziggs can't take part in this fight anymore.
No, because he can always turn around after the culling.
And also, Faker's right there to back him up too, because he flashed into the river. So
and still has
Faker,
half health.
yeah, Faker just walks over, gets the Whimsy onto him as well, because he should come shielded and whimsied into this
So
fight,
remember,
right?
CJ are really healthy at this point. But Space was the one that took a lot of damage.
Is he whimsied? Yeah, he is whimsied already.
Yeah.
So he comes in
He
with
picks
the
up a
culling,
Whammy.
and everybody's just grouped up for this.
Yeah, he picks up a Whimsy, and look, he gets the damage away from Shy. Doing decent damage to Shy, but man, he's killing everyone else.
Shy and the rest of them back out here.
Look at that, dodging over the minefield right there.
Gets in the back.
Actually, he actually got slowed by
Let's
it.
be real, he was maximizing damage output. He was basically animation cancelling there.
Shy getting low. Nice
So
satchel
good.
charge from Coco, but Ambition still taken out by
Love that flash, too.
Faker.
This is the sort of play you need with a Lulu, though.
Continuing to chase, gets the double.
He's
Low health,
he's
goes
being the
back
carry
to
his
heal
team
up a
needs,
little
but
bit on
so
the front, but another
So much
fantastic
pushing of
take
boundaries from a player you don't
SKT
expect.
Telecom.
Yeah, exactly. That's it's surprising that Bang is the
They
one
want to go
doing
for
this.
the Baron here. Looks like they will.
They responded so quickly to Faker. Faker immediately all-inning on that fight. And just, I mean, Bang.
You gotta love the confidence that this team has in each other too. That Faker's just gonna stand there and ult himself and then just wait for everybody else to show up.
Casually flash.
Yeah.
Ultimates.
Like 5v4 for a lot of that after Faker managed to
Guys,
survive that
I got
initial
news.
burst. He's
That's a
he's got
big
the
illusion.
Infinity Edge now.
Here's
So
our
let's
edge.
take a look at
Faker.
this.
Faker caught you.
Actually coming in, so Faker using that wild growth on himself, protected enough to make it work. And even though there's that damage coming in, watch what Bang does. Comes into the tri-brush. He chases Coco out right there, actually, and then finds himself in the back line.
Holy, that is such
This
a
is the
monster
Matrix.
song.
Oh, it's so
Isn't
good.
it? Does it's totally
Neo is-
Neo bullet time right
Okay, let's be
there.
real. It's Equilibrium. That's the same kind of looking character, but
Yeah.
Wow.
But there
another
was
team fight,
definitely
actually,
some
Faker,
slow motion.
He may
Right,
not
Faker.
make it out of this one. Nope, Coco gets the kill.
this was like completely out of
pushing that one a
context. It's
little
like,
bit
I
forward,
figured
that
that.
attempted blue steal.
Yeah, that was.
Whoops.
Oh, doing the camera bouncing.
I know. Stop it. Stop kicking the table.
Sorry, I'm just so excited.
Right there. And especially,
5 minutes in, it's extremely risky. He just gave
And
away
good
the-
news, we're halfway through.
yeah, that's
We've made it.
not a good
The
chance.
halfway point.
The halfway point of a Ziggs game.
Really bad.
It's when there's 7 turrets down and 4 dragons taken.
It's a huge mistake too, because SKT could have snowballed that if they didn't get greedy for the blue buff right there and try it.
They lost the Baron
He
buff.
could be-
Yeah, they lost a Baron buff and now they can't push, and now they're going to lose a turret and another player during
Nice
Baron
ult.
buff.
Hey, they're
It's
not
really,
out of this
really
one.
terrible
They're
play
gonna
from
get this mid
SKT.
lane turret, maybe.
It's just so greedy. You know, yeah, sure you want to take that blue buff away,
Be happening when SKT
and you understand why they're going for it. They want to make sure they can actually push with this Baron, but the reality is I think that's a little bit outmoded in terms of the way that they're thinking about the game. Because Baron buff, Ziggs is not that good at
Ziggs is
defend
really bad at Baron buff. Like,
against Baron buff.
that's the thing. Is that
Yeah, against
that's
Baron
one thing that we mentioned is that like everyone sees Ziggs and they're like, oh god, the game's gonna go forever.
But it's not that way anymore with
No,
Baron.
when you take Baron buff, the minefield in particular does nothing.
Let's watch Faker.
And that's the big change with the magic damage.
Well, he did have Wolf
Well,
there.
Mad Life, look at that old damage.
Quick
It's
burst, though.
disgusting.
And didn't check.
Yeah, I mean, you have to expect that, right?
Yeah.
You can't safely make that. And to be fair, Bad Life played that super well.
He did.
Look at that. He's like staying out of vision right there.
Are you looking forward to the 800 damage ultimate? You can see in slow
Back
motion.
over, so let's watch Faker
I just love how Mad Life's just like scooting. It's like, aha, max range hook.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It is a good play from
is.
CJ, but it's just not worth it. Like we're saying, since this is how you used to have to play against Ziggs, even if you had a Baron buff. But with the new Baron buff, you don't have to play this way anymore. But I think players just aren't used to playing against Ziggs right now, and their heads just go back to how it used to be.
Well,
And
just
you
like-
had to have that blue buff to siege, but that's just not the case. Simply not the case any longer.
It's like we always used to call Rise a timer on the game, right? It was like, if this game goes 40 minutes, Rise is going to have 3-4 items. But now the real time in the game is Dragon.
Yeah.
And the thing about Ziggs is, again, like, it used to be he'll pull the game out, but he can't do anything against Baron buff minions because, again, all the slowing does is cause the minions to hit slower. They're still really healthy because they don't take much magic damage.
Shy from behind. Marin jumps onto him immediately, though. Where's the rest of SKT? Nice wild growth
Not
from
the best
Baker.
use of the
Where is Bang coming in from the
minefield.
side? He's got a box to contend with from Thresh, though. SK Telecom back up. Oh, Bang is okay. Dodges that death sentence.
Bang has
comes
4
in.
items.
Here comes the damage. And there's a kill for Marin right off the
Look
bat.
at Bang dodge
SKT
literally
gonna be
everything.
happy with that
Oh,
one.
he took some
Dragging up in
He took damage from
43
Minefield, that was
seconds.
it.
Ambition's going to be late for it. There are the recalls. SKT, how much will
Yes.
they decide to push this one?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
Bengi
5
right
items.
there
I don't
coming
think
off the
so.
side just about. He pushes the wave forward. Culling used.
Oh, that's a lot of damage onto Coco.
Yep, and that's exactly what they want. Chunk
I love how he builds
right
Trinity
now,
Force this
set up
game.
for the
He replaces
Dragon.
his
Board's
base. That's the best
expiring
part.
right now for CJ Entis.
spoil this.
Bang has been the hero this game.
Sure has.
Yes.
Did get
I
hit by
agree.
a mine.
Such a smart
Actually,
adaptation.
clean up as well as he would have
That
liked.
really only works in this composition,
There's the
in this
echo
specific
of-
instance.
When he has Whimsy for unlimited movement speed anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bang had
Well,
to
I mean, the thing about Trinity Force is that he's going to be so close to the movement speed cap that it's like, doesn't really matter if it's Trinity Force or Zephyr. Like, he's going to have the same amount of movement speed with Whimsy.
This is Dragon number 4. And that means that SKT has real potential to get that.
So how you liking the
first stack
Juggolution?
later and just
It's not
end
Jugglution, but it might as well.
It is, actually,
SK
but
It is pretty much
Bang is a
Jugglution.
QSS now as well, so in
With an
case
engaged
he
support.
does get hit by anything, he has some answers to that. Want to go after this tier 2.
I gotta tell you, Monty,
Be quite
6
easy.
item Lucian does some of the most damage in the game.
Wow,
Not from the safe distance, but when you got Lulu, it's all the same.
Sort of like
when
that
you're
this game.
playing out of your mind for 70 minutes like Bang is. That's what's crazy, is that if this game was over in 30 minutes, you'd be like, wow, that was a good Lucian performance. But the fact that he does this for 70 minutes makes it insane. The level of focus,
He's already had 2
Mind-boggling.
impressive plays.
yeah.
The re-engage onto Mad Life and then the flank ult. Already like replay worthy plays.
It's not a big goal.
But wait, there's more.
That's funny too.
It's not over yet,
Echo
folks.
on Lulu has probably
We
not
sound like
really
we're selling
Whimsy
knives.
himself too much, if
But
he
wait,
can,
there's more.
just charge it up.
If you call in the next 10 minutes, you might see another bang out play.
Very annoying. I wonder what he's going to buy.
That's what we should do. We should just pause it right now and solicit donations to keep going.
You can never sell that Doran's ring, man. One ring
The love of it's the love of the fans that keeps it going, Monty.
Lichbane is probably the logical choice with their comp. Want to get those turrets down as fast as possible once you poke somebody out. So they're following through with the strategy here.
This is where Ziggs just gets out of control, though.
Soon.
In what way? In wave control way? Like in what
No,
way?
his damage. I mean, as soon as he gets the
Echo?
Echo and
The Lich Bane is
and the
what's all
Lich
that.
Bane, where he hits you and then he just autos you once with his passive. It's just disgusting. Also, the turret damage is crazy.
Yeah, because the short fuse does bonus damage
Yeah,
to turrets.
yeah, it's disgusting. It's so good.
It's coming soon, Monty.
6 item Ziggs. Real terror.
Among the most balanced.
What are you doing, buddy? Trying to get away from certain doom, and he'll make it out on the lantern.
Has to flash though.
Not so certain doom, after all. Wolf
To be fair, Lucian has
damage
basically
there.
6
Whoa,
items.
that was close.
If Wolf had been a
Lucian
little
has
more
6 items and a
he
boom
would have
chat.
died.
I know.
Okay, he doesn't have Mercurial Scimitar, but
Yeah.
hardly the biggest deal. Also, he's full health.
And they're going to keep this blue buff away from it. It looks like they will, yeah.
Baker takes it.
Like you said,
what
too,
did
very
Marin
versatile.
take it? I actually couldn't see. Both of them have blue buffs.
As long as Coco didn't take it.
There's a question I don't know the answer to.
I'm listening.
Does Blade of the Ruined King proc off of Lucian passive? Should,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
It's
it
on a hit
should.
effect.
Yeah, it
We
should.
already saw one
See, the
near
crazy
record
thing about
breaking
Lucian
long game
is that the
this
one thing people didn't
Oh,
understand,
bang. A lot of damage
Obviously
on
it does a lot of
Ambition.
damage,
There's the
but-
culling. And they're going to push him away.
he actually
again,
works
right
with
before
Critical
it goes.
Strike
Oh,
more than
bang.
almost any other champion.
Whoa, that's
because
so dangerous. He's
of
got a
course
ward there, but
his,
what is he
you know,
doing?
passive
The rest of
autos
the team
crit
is
as
around.
well.
Bang.
So when he gets high crit chance,
Yeah.
you just get exploded because he cancels the animations, gets like the maximum theoretical damage output that Uzi was famous for, and Bang does in this game. And it's critting, and what does that mean? It means that even then, when he crits on an auto, it's basically the same as an auto.
He didn't have
lifesteal.
He didn't have crit for most of this game, but he does now.
That's shit. That's crit. Come on, mate.
It's not that much.
He could just be like Vasily and get Infinity Edge and get 3 crits in a row. Like, it happens, right? It's got to be a quality player.
So that's gonna make Lucian so strong with New Blade. That's why I was bringing it up.
Let's not talk about New Blade.
New Blade is
The most balanced.
it's jeez. It's really gonna change the game a lot.
Just in time for the Twitch skin. Bang is like the assassin of Ziggs.
You can get these angles.
Wait, you want to see how he gets his angles? Watch his movement speed in a second.
If they so desire. Not electing to start it just yet. Here comes CJ.
That's a great that's a great bait though, because they blow Sivir ult by doing that, right?
Yep.
They make CJ so nervous. I wish they would click on Lucian so we see his movement speed.
Well, I mean, like, you can just look at his model and wait for the next whimsy when he runs it. See, it jumped out, right? Crits for 1090, which is 300 health back. Oh, just vroom. Like, what's the boy to do?
It's a good lantern for Mad Life though, to get everybody back together.
It's amazing what all these players see in real time, right?
It's unbelievable.
That's why League's the best.
That's why I'm a terrible player, obviously.
If only you could pause your real game.
And analyze it.
I'd be like, I think I'm dead.
I'm totally screwed.
The only reason why I talk about crit and the mini procs is that it all comes back to the lifesteal.
Yep.
Like literally in one rotation of spells you can full heal.
Yep.
With enough crits.
Yep. Truly terrifying.
Lucian went from being a lane bully that fell off to being decent in lane and crazy like that.
You know, if Space had had Scrying Orb right there, they wouldn't have to had to use.
Why does Space have?
I don't know why he does that. If he had Orb right there, they wouldn't have had to pop ult and face check the Baron, which almost turned out very poorly for them.
I come back to why does he have Warding?
Yeah, I agree.
No, like, no, let's just take stock of this.
Look at that! Look at that! He just dashes up to him.
But Monty, they have double side stun and he still has Warding.
Yep, I know, it's terrible. I think that's just a mistake you make in the heat of the moment. You just forget about it.
Like it's not like it's like a low threat comp. They have any.
Yeah, you have to have
They
Scrying
have
Orb.
3 different initiation options.
No, you're not.
It's just bad. Just a bad play.
And also, Bang can solo Dragon right now very easily.
Yeah.
So they can actually.
Oh, here we go.
Put Baron pressure. Gonna try to do or die
Wait, what?
play. Teleport. Canceled. They canceled.
Coco wasn't there. I don't even know why you would think about making a TP play right there.
I just saw a flank ward, but I just assumed like there'd be some communication around it.
But there's nothing you can do. They know they're not doing Baron because of this ward right here.
But where was the communication?
Well, Coco is in base.
So they can actually SKT can put Baron pressure.
There's no chance you make that.
I'm not suggesting it was good. I'm just saying, like, where was the communication that let that happen?
It's really.
That's 4-minute cooldown.
Yeah, it's a huge mistake.
That's a strategic hole. That, like, I don't know if SKT saw it, but
They may not have seen it. That's the upside, perhaps.
Oh boy.
meanwhile Bang's really strong.
Alright, Faker now in bot lane. In position for that dragon, so it looks like that's where SK Telecom wants to kind of put the priority at the moment. Still about 40 seconds till that comes up though. CJ may just pressure this Baron. If they can take it before Dragon comes up, if they can go for a bit of a desperation one, and they are. CJ gonna try for this desperation Baron. Faker not there, Marin's gonna teleport in. And here we go. It's fight
How did
time.
Marin find
Teleport
time to
begins
back?
for Marin. Benki tries to get that knockup.
He backed and
Bang,
shot.
staying in position. Death sentence does not hit him. Wolf
And canceled
looking
it.
for an opportunity to drop Tibbers. CJ still getting that
No.
dragon low. Marin
That was weird.
forced away. Benki trying to come in. Here we go. Marin into the back lines. Bang. Oh, Wolf
Look
gets
at that
grabbed
zoning
with the
on
So
Bang.
good.
CJ plays this fight really well.
On the
They read
Wolf,
really
and
well.
SKT, they need to back off. Marin's GA
That was
is
full
popped.
Ziggs right there.
And CJ, oh, looking for an opportunity.
Just pause it when they get all their crap down on the floor. It's crazy good.
Well,
But look at this. Marin finishes his teleport home and then teleports in.
yeah, I mean, Faker just isn't there though. That's part of the problem. Because if we go back,
Why
they
is
have
that there?
wards, but it's still really risky for Faker to be pulling that,
Yep.
right? So they make a mistake. Marin has TP up. There's no reason for Faker to be down there.
Yep.
Not there. Marin's gonna
Let's just pause when he gets all the
So
crap
CJ
for
does
zoning.
the right thing.
It's their first aggressive move of the game. 44 minutes in.
Even though Faker was down there, Faker actually gets here at a pretty... Because his Whimsy, he has so much AP right now.
Let's not talk about Whimsy.
I know you hate it.
Whimsy should not have
I
a
disagree with
10%
you. I think
AP
it's
scaling.
great.
You just think it's hilarious.
I do. I like watching comps with it. Come on, there are obvious flaws to running a
But a 90%
a
5
Lulu
second
solo
haste?
lane.
Like 90% 5 seconds?
Yeah, but then you don't have a damage threat or a tank. Screw you, Papa. They're
He
risks.
makes people tanks on the same champion! He's like, here's the
still not-
casual
it's-
1,000 health!
It's still not as good. Come on.
It's really good.
It is good, but it's good.
And then
in
you can
its
just
own
buy
way.
AP ratios
I
now.
don't want solo lane Lulu to go away, Papa.
Okay.
Anyway, you were talking about Bang right here. I mean, he gets hit by the bouncing bomb,
Uh-huh.
and they stop the Baron.
Yeah.
And right now, they should probably just be happy with stopping the Baron.
Nope.
I don't see a reason for SKT to turn right here.
Because they back
Oh, they go back to the
Yeah,
Baron.
they go back to Baron. It's 5,000 health. That's not gonna like last very long. But wait till the rubber ducky's already on the floor. When he puts this next like load of spells down, it does some amazing zoning there.
So Shy just ulted though. So at this point, SKT's probably relatively confident now that they have Shy's ult down, which is why Bang is positioned like that because he's not worried about it. But the explosive cask is going to nail him.
There's the
Ambition prevents them from walking forward with the body slam.
But like there's just no way for them to stand without getting CC'd.
Right. I mean,
That's the whole lane. Like literally, there's only Annie by herself that gets through this all.
Yeah.
And then I think they have the. That's the thing. They can't do any damage at all.
And look at that too.
Oh, it's so good.
Right. Wolf has not been even in range to. I mean, he should have flashed.
It wouldn't have got. Yeah, maybe. When can
You should have flashed.
Let's look for the flash. Can't 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 flash. Can flash. Now maybe, but not onto Coco or Space.
That's true.
He literally can only
The
get
only thing is Shy Mad Life or Shy Ambition.
And his whole job is to get on top of Ziggs.
But this is Ambition plays that cask really well.
It's so good.
That's really good. Mad Life is there too. I mean, this is insanely.
He even
good team
bounces
fighting
in the
from
right
CJ.
spot. He bounces them into the wall.
Yep.
It's a mini stone.
Yep.
And then look, pause it again. Like,
and look at that.
what
too.
are they to do? But look, they can't go up. They can't go right. They're gonna hit the damage.
And even after Mad Life's hook goes down, Wolf can't engage, and there's another satchel charge right here, right now. So there's no way that Bang and Wolf get into this fight.
Yep. So he ults, but Shy's the one with the most armor, so he was tanking all of it.
Look at that. That's so good.
It's so good. This is Ziggs.
Coco gets a kill onto Wolf and SKT. They need to back up. Martin GA is popped.
But this is why CJ thinks this explains their more conservative shot calling later, because as long as they don't get flanked and they can just kite like that, there's no way that SKT wins this game.
But see, this is the issue. Let's pause. We're forgetting something there, Monty. SKT have 4 dragons and 5th dragon's up.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. That's what changes this game.
Yeah.
CJ makes one mistake around the dragon, but even with that 5th dragon, it's still extraordinarily hard for them.
There's
to win
also
this game.
like something that like. So CJ's comp, right? It fights in narrow chokes excellently. But they can't force fights in narrow chokes because they have no dragons. They have no neutral play, so they have good poking, but they have...
No, that's not true. They actually can if they get to dragon first.
But let's imagine this was a game where they had 3 or 4 dragons. Like, they would win fights because there'd be chokes that SKT have to fight through to contest fights.
As long as CJ can get position on dragon first, though, they're in a good situation.
But like, this is the first time they've won a fight, and it's because they forced SKT to react to that.
Yeah, but they can do exactly the same thing on dragon. And yeah, SKT, they have several dragons. They can just give up and siege instead, and that's the advantage. And because they took that second mid tower earlier, their inhibitor is under threat whenever there's a dragon, which is good. But there are a lot of factors that you have to take into consideration in this game, which is why the shot calling is so crazy late.
Well, both teams still very dangerous to each other right now.
That's the first of 48 fifth dragons, I believe.
This game still has 25 minutes left.
I don't want to watch Bang
Even though
anymore.
we're getting into 6-item territory,
There's
and
movement
that's where
speed.
CJ's competition is really
Makes
going to
me angry.
shine. You can keep picking up 5th dragons, right? They're gonna. The timers are going to be pretty much even.
Well, CJ is still at 1.
I like how Wolf has Talisman and the Glory now.
This is
They have
standard
double.
build.
Yeah, no, it is. It's great.
This is the only movement speed. Distortion
I
builds
know, it's
everything.
great. It's perfect.
You like this stuff, don't you?
I like movement.
Should they
It
whimsy?
increases-
Would you like them to whimsy the Annie too? Is that what you'd like?
I would like them to rotate very quickly.
They're just going to take this with shields.
Yep.
Smart play.
Like this. This pleases me.
Oh,
Would you say it was a good rotation?
It was.
Nearly got it. Nearly
Even though
got it.
they're against the Baron power, look at this. They're still putting pressure on thanks to
Looks like
a quick speed and the fact that he can walk up and just take turret hits. Look at that. They got a tower.
I mean, it was on 1 health at that point. But yes, I agree. It was good
Applause from the
rotation.
audience, who is just too riveted. Are we doing anything else right now?
And CJ's just waiting out this 5th dragon.
Crowd at the moment.
There's no reason for them to fight right now with their composition. They're happy waiting.
All right. Baker going up.
Should they have tried to 2-man Baron and send someone down to Dragon much earlier?
Back with his team, though. Maybe not.
So they win a big fight around Baron,
Yeah.
and they end up opting into a trade.
I don't think they had to recall immediately after the Baron was over, or the Baron was over. They could have not all recalled and sent two, like you're saying, sent 1 or 2 people down there just to zone and buy some time.
They can overcome a bit of that 7K gold gap that existed earlier on.
Because
in the
again,
game. Coco and
this
Baker
is
with mirror mills.
not Zigzag days anymore.
Notice that Space still has a totem.
Not
Baker has that Lich Bane done first.
I don't want to say anything.
Take that.
I'm angry.
Rush.
I'm wondering how much, because I didn't notice that when I was casting this game, so I'm wondering how much that's actually going to change this game.
Considerable.
teleport up and
Yeah.
Like they're against a pick comp. You need.
Yeah.
I just get exasperated.
That is up to the Dragon
The
side.
double glory
You're against Annie, Rek'Sai, and Malphite. Every single brush
with
that's not
two
warded.
righteous glories.
Every single brush is scary and a
Yeah,
whimsy.
yeah,
Like
absolutely.
you need as much early knowledge as possible.
Shiv anymore at this point for Bang solution. You need damage.
It's like the question of why doesn't Space, like why don't AD carries buy warding totems? It's that in the late game, if you get in the range of a choke with a ward, you die because you don't have the advanced vision. That's why AD carries don't buy warding totems.
Yeah.
Both teams treading so carefully right now. Baron buff is gone now for CJ, I believe.
'Cause otherwise, AD carries would buy warding totems and the whole map would be warded. But it's just you die
No,
putting them down.
it's gone now.
The overlay.
So we're everyone's favorite full item Ziggs for
You're right.
the most turret damage of all time.
One would think.
Even Twisted Fate can't do what Ziggs does.
Maybe it'll
That's
say
crazy.
six if they get another one.
On the upside,
All right, here we go.
if SKT get a Baron, he
Farthest
can't stop
away
the
from
siege.
Baron. SK Telecom gains the most out of an objective kill here. Meanwhile, a minute 30. This
Bang's
also
pretty
lets
fast.
them protect.
I think it could be faster.
Could he?
Dragon again.
Maybe if you got that Trinity Force.
Let's go.
Actually, no, he's.
I know that's less fast, but it's about the same because of the movement speed cap.
Yeah, yeah.
SKT
And
has
Phage.
his jungle.
Boom.
Boom.
Have done a good job of getting.
I think we'll be seeing more phages on the new patch when it builds into black.
More of those lenses at this point in time. A little bit more ward coverage though, double ward setup. Oh,
He
dangerous,
sold his
dangerous,
shit for
dangerous.
Here we
APD, by the
go.
way.
A little bit
Yeah.
of damage onto Ambition. That
As he
was
should.
close. Culling used. Didn't do a whole lot. Dragging up and
Has to maximize that damage now. He's
Oh,
SK
yeah.
Telecom's only hope.
Could be. SKT backing away. And
I hate how that 5 dragon
CJ's
timer doesn't
lost a lot of
reset.
games like
So
this from
annoying.
either Mad Life or Ambition getting caught. It's
Yeah, that's a
happened
good
many
point, but
times.
you just have to space it out. It's like 3 minutes of 5th dragon,
Another
right?
Yeah.
example right there.
Everyone recalling on SKT. I wonder what they're going
So this one's CJ's doing absolutely the right thing. They just waited out. They lost
They
1
get back
tower
in time to
off
get
of
this
it.
dragon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now they have position around the dragon. Perfectly.
The only
fine.
the only objective they cannot give away is Baron.
CJ already
The 5th dragon obviously sucks, but like the Baron literally loses the game.
Yeah, they can always just wave clear as long as they if it's just 5th dragon.
Like, it sounds so weird to be giving up 5th dragon, but it's Ziggs.
Yeah,
like, can
it's
you ask for any more wave clear?
Yeah, it's preferable certainly to the Baron.
Kamara not set up for the TV either.
But then you get into weird spots where you're like pressuring the dragon and they get a free Baron.
Or they should just go on to
Spread out, though.
They should
Honestly,
just force
their
this
Baron
fight.
damage is actually pretty low.
They should just force this fight. CJ should just force this fight.
But Shy's in the wrong form. Shy has never had a good ult in terms of communication around Nara ultimate.
But they could have done this before he was in.
He's already in Mega Man form.
No, he's not.
He is now, but like,
Oh, come on.
okay, but let's wait for the. It's already near full.
Yeah.
It's full now.
Okay.
So
And
how's he gonna get there?
the rest of his team could absolutely be doing Dragon right now, where he zones him out as Meganar. There's
They could definitely be doing Dragon, but forcing a fight there was hard.
no. You don't want to force a fight. You force a fight by forcing the Dragon. You
Sure.
want to Dragon right now.
That I don't disagree with.
Shy. Now they have to wait like 30 more seconds.
I know it takes so long with the tiredness change. That's why
Teams like EDG look great with Nara, so they play around the Nara bar well, but now it's like the downside of Shy being useless.
Oh, they're going to turn on Damara, and immediately SKT needs to get down their Dragon at about 2/3 health.
He's just starting to stack the rage again, right?
I wonder why he used the ultimate there. It was a weird life ult. Because he had to walk through the
Not a lot.
bomb field anyway.
Grab this Dragon, Marin still threatening, dodges the death sentence.
So finally they get it back up.
Again, bang. Here he is, a lot of damage onto Shy. Marin pops that ultimate, he's going in. Oh, Dragon
Shy
taken
doesn't do
by
anything.
a mission, though. SK Telecom, can they win the fight? Death sentence onto Marin. Wolf coming in. What a Timbers! What a Timbers from him! Can they make it work?
But
though?
Coco doesn't
SKT
die.
going
That's
deep,
the critical
Bengi
part. Is he
Marin
gets
all the way in the
super
back.
close to dying, but doesn't
Still
die.
throwing in damage.
Thanks to
Coco
heal.
gets a kill, though.
Summoner heal.
CJ with 2, SKT with nothing, Ambition with another one. I think it's over. Wolf backing away, only Wolf and Marin remaining.
They kited it back really well.
Yep. That's
That's when you
CJ's
have so
strength.
much space control abilities, like kiting back. So Shy again, if you watch this fight, right? Shy could have flash ulted here. He could have flash ulted bang against the wall if he wanted to. It would have been too far away from his carry, so maybe it was smart not to, but he ends up just rage ulting. So we get through this fight. They should have had box still available. They get the dragon, which is fine. And they're just going to kite back with their Thresh and Coco.
He's going in. Oh,
So Ambition's super tanky, doesn't matter.
Yep.
Dragon takes
Shy has
They
ult.
still get onto Coco though, which is kind of impressive because Wolf has a good ult.
Can they win the
I mean, they're clumped right here. This is
Yeah.
terrible.
This is really bad.
This is really bad.
Well, literally the
positioning.
two threats are on top of each other.
Yeah. So Wolf gets a really
For the
good ult.
world's fastest. Oh my god, he flashes the cask. That's so sick. I didn't even see that.
Wolf.
So Coco gets caught,
So
right?
the cask does nothing.
And then Space Summoner heals right there onto Coco. And Coco flashes, gets hit by...
Did you see how much damage Bengi took? Holy
Yep.
crap.
You mean Bang.
Sorry, Bang lost 70% of his health to one ability.
Was it just... He must have gotten hit by something else, too.
Are you sure?
Ambition, though.
Did he get hit by the cask?
It doesn't do any damage.
It does some.
No, he's still got almost full health.
Okay, so here it's traveling through the air, right? Does he dash in the middle of it? Yeah, he does.
It does so much damage.
That's
He
disgusting.
literally took 1,500 damage from one ability.
That's disgusting.
Nah, ultimate completely wasted. Once again, no one ultimate. Like, it kills Faker, but...
I don't know, but see, the thing is that he kills Faker before Faker can use Summoners or his ult.
Okay.
I think that's totally
I
valid.
take it back. I didn't notice that.
Because if you watch Faker in this fight, he actually doesn't have a chance to use his ultimate, really.
He's got full health. I was watching Bang the last time. Let's watch Faker. Full health.
Right? But he gets knocked against the wall, so there's
He
the
also
stun.
does take ult damage. That's way
There's the stun. There's the ult damage.
Have
Because
you
if you look at Faker right here,
Yeah, he's
right?
less than half.
And then Shy, I think Shy plays this really well,
Yeah,
actually.
I was wrong. I missed
I
it.
think look at this. He crunches in. Faker cannot get a good ult off right here.
He wants to ult
He wants to ult in here
and Bengi on Marin,
because they know how low Coco is.
yeah. So he gets too aggressive and gets punished.
Yeah, he could have ulted Bang, obviously, but ulting Bang doesn't really do anything.
Theoretically,
because-
there's no more backline threat onto Bang.
right, because he's going to heal now.
Exactly, he's gonna heal.
He's going to heal.
And there's no one else diving.
So the fact that they
Yeah, I
actually
was wrong.
get so much damage from Shy onto Faker, and
They literally
they
kill
get-
Faker instantly.
Yeah,
My apologies.
yeah. That's alright. It's a really chaotic fight.
Yeah.
Takes several passes to figure it out.
And then kite back City. Ambition positions really well, so just keep peeling in the back.
SKT with 2, SKT with nothing.
But the
Ambition
fact that
still
they
had
leave
flash as
Marin,
well.
It's over.
Look,
Backing away only
they
Wolf
left
and Marin
Marin,
remaining.
so CJ actually could have split that better.
Both.
Because they have a ward and try, right? So they could have split this up a little bit better.
And actually, well, I mean,
Mad Life and one of the carries could have finished off Marin. I think Mad
when
Life...
does Space lose interest? He's still autoing him now. He loses interest at some point.
Because Shy is going to revive here from GA.
Yeah.
And Space and Mad Life could go this way, while Coco and Ambition go forward
They
here.
lose interest at some point. They're still...
Right.
Space is still on top of him
But see,
now.
you don't have to have... Look how low Bang is, and Ambition just straight up kills him
Yeah.
with a flash body slam. So the fact that they all went forward onto Wolf actually loses them this game. They could have picked up all those kills easily.
It's over. Wolf backing away only Wolf and Marin.
So
remaining.
we've seen SK Telecom tends to split to clean up fights better afterwards, whereas CJ has a problem. So they think they're going to win.
I'll see how
But then
fast
Marin
they
comes
can
in with
move
a hero
it.
play.
Move down there.
Does
This
seem
Marin play
likely.
is
They
super
are
good.
low. Here's the TP coming back. Shy should
It was
be
really
able to
smart.
tank the turrets
It was
right
really
now.
There's
smart
a
play.
full minute.
Yeah.
That
Can they do
GA,
it?
so Marin's trying to save this
So
minion
good.
wave. He's proxy
It's so
farming.
good.
They are low. Here's the TP coming back.
Who starts TPing first, actually?
He has to back first, I think.
The dragon.
No. I want to know if he sees the TP on the ward and then TP's behind
I'll
it.
see
find
how
out.
fast they can move.
Can
It
they
does
move
seem-
down there?
It does seem likely.
Yep. So he sees it with his ward. Look at this.
Yeah, I see it.
So he sees that, so he knows that it's perfectly safe to TP back here. That's so
Still has his G
smart.
out, yeah, which, as you mentioned, would have been punished. That's why you say they would
There's
have
a
lost the
full
game.
minute.
That
Can they do it?
And they had an even more aggressive ward next to the minion wave.
Proxy farming just to keep his team in the game.
Yep, Marin just doing everything he can. I think he's actually going to delay long enough. But it's
And then he
still
went
gonna
full
be a
Maokai.
4v5. Marin, can he get a kill?
And
on
then
Coco,
the
maybe?
GA.
No, there's a GA pop.
Which he wouldn't have had.
Yeah.
Well, he would have been dead.
Buys him another
Stay
5 seconds.
safe, but man, what a heroic effort from Marin there to delay.
Now
this
Faker has
CJ
20 seconds, and there's
really
no
come up.
wave.
Zipper,
You have to fight all the way up right there. And look how low Coco is.
I'm not.
Doesn't matter. Wait for this first order. Are you ready?
I know, I love it.
That was without a minion wave.
I know.
That minion probably didn't count as a minion wave, so it just died.
Okay, they're just
So
going
at
to
this
take
point,
the
though, you have to ask. I don't think they could have finished
No.
safely. I think this is the right call.
Yes.
I think this is the right call. This is definitely the highest percentage call.
It's worth noting, Coco has ultimate again. So, maybe they could have done something crazy and baited them in with Coco.
But it's just not worth it. I mean, if you're CJ, you took the last Baron
won
fight.
the last two
You,
fights.
yeah, you win the last two fights. Why would you take this risk when you can slowly
I
kind
don't
of
think
get
they
out?
should have tried to finish. I agree.
No, I think the inhibitor is perfectly fine.
If it was an
Because
extra-
Baron's up, right?
Yep.
So why would you... Yeah. So you don't finish right here. That's
Baron
for
is
sure.
the only way you lose. If they take Baron, you
SKT
lose.
coming back up though.
So they go for the Baron.
Yeah.
In fact, right here, I think there's an argument to be made that you don't take the inhibitor and you go straight for the Baron. You know what I mean?
And CJ gets the dragon
I think
right
I'll get
here,
both.
and they have,
By halfway.
of course, as we saw.
I mean, they know TP's down and Marin's dead, so I guess they're okay.
On this
And
fight.
They have
do get
multiple
it.
ways to
Yeah,
get
they're
it.
fine. They're fine.
Really stays alive in the back line.
This fight
Meanwhile,
was so crazy.
they kill Shy, but that GA proves a huge nuisance. Bang just nailing himself with that.
Ambition.
The Thorn Mail coming in, and Ambition hits him with the body slam to CC him long enough. So
Wow.
the GA actually a huge factor in that fight.
When you see just how fast they killed the inhibitor in the turret, you realize that Marin really did save the game for
So now CJ had one team fight away from
done
winning the
that,
game.
this would be over.
Absolutely he did.
Right. And they have pressure. And they have Baron. So everything is just going great for them.
Everything's coming up,
Situation
CJ.
certainly would have been. SK Telecom though with
It's the next dragon that kills them, though. That's the bad decision is the next dragon from CJ.
best champion this season, coming through big.
They don't take the fight when they should.
Oh, Mad Life in a little bit of trouble, taking some damage from the culling. Not as much as you think. Mad Life.
Such minor mistakes, though. Like, CJ, there's no way that you expect Marin to make that hero play in the mid lane. So, in retrospect, we know that they should have split better and killed Marin there. But that's such a small mistake. Because we're literally just splitting hairs right there as to... they got the inhibitor. It doesn't lose them the game. They still get an advantage of it, but maybe if they had killed Marin, they win. Probably if they killed Marin, they win. Certainly, actually, that's
Sure,
not
that's
true.
so result-
Certainly, they... Yeah.
It's so result
You can't
oriented. You
can't
can't
make...
say that.
That's still not a good decision.
No.
Pretty rough.
That's not the teaching point that CJ take away from this game.
No, I think their splitting after team fights to finish off kills could have been better. It legit could have been better in that situation. but it's a minor error.
They're gonna have to get up this tower.
Against the Baron
That's not.
Party, they can do. Maybe if they would have been able to
The only thing you take away from that is we could have won it faster.
like
Sure.
And if they had had that 5th dragon and that buff,
Turret damage is
I think
insane.
I would have got a different way too. Yes, it would have. Yeah.
Garga Siva, Garga Ziggs.
Incredibly close.
I really like
Whoa,
the synergy
bang.
there again.
It's like my 3rd heart attack this game. At least. Jeez, this guy's insane. Oh, is he
Bang
possessed
just
by the
looking for
spirit of
damage
evil?
onto
What is going on
Ziggs.
here?
So good.
It's incredibly impressive to watch, though.
Sure is.
Just love him running around in the front. It's the best.
Is it the...
Yes.
All right, here we go. The siege begins.
I love how many skill shots he dodges during this fight. I think this is the one I'm thinking of.
He has 900 move speed.
It's still impressive when you dodge 5 skill shots.
Even
He doesn't have 900 move speed right now. He's still
Bang is like
doing some work.
playing a fantastic game.
So they coordinate the culling used with the wave clip. Look how smart that is. Just save the culling until Faker goes
Look,
away.
I'm gonna make a
So sure,
big,
there goes
big
the
statement.
turret, getting
SKT
really
are
low,
pretty
the
good.
cannon
Yeah.
pounding it
Shocking.
from the back lines. Shy is Meganar. There's no way.
He's tired.
SK Telecom can't defend it. CJ takes it. The inhibitor is vulnerable now. Dragging up in a minute.
That is maybe a mistake. But the big mistake is here when if you're not going to go for that inhibitor, you have to, because
The waves were all set up. Look at this. Look at how well the waves were set. We're gonna go back actually. Watch this. Watch this top wave.
I'm watching.
I want to know when this was set up because this is such a slow push. When did this actually happen? Okay, so it just slow pushes in, takes the turret. They actually get the turret from it, right?
It's
oh
so,
no,
it's,
no, no.
it's only just started slow pushing now.
It was actually cleared out. It was actually cleared out, and then it just ramps up right now. Yeah. Look at that top wave.
It is so... That's
So
5
so they
minutes.
have they have the minion wave in the mid lane. They have everything right here. They get the outer turret. So the thing is, you have to follow through with this. If you're going to back off to set up for this dragon, which is perfectly acceptable as a decision, you have to go fight for that dragon. And if you're CJ, you shouldn't even be worried because you won the last 2 fights. You're at pretty much full HP right now.
Madness low on Ziggs.
Blue buff's up.
Go get it.
Yeah. Go get blue buff.
Yeah.
Fight at drag, right? Or you go for the inhibitor now.
Yeah.
Those are your 2 choices. But they don't do either. That's the...
Oh, here we go on to Marin. Marin
Why
in
they
a bit of
picking
trouble, gets
Marin?
pushed back into the back lines. He doesn't have a GA right now.
There's
I don't
no
think.
reason to fight
It's
right there.
really low, back in... Well, they know. Oh, here we go on to Marin. Marin in a bit of trouble, gets pushed
So they
back
use Sivarol
into
for
the
this,
back
too.
lines. He doesn't have a GA
They get flash.
right now, I don't think. Gets really low, back into the base just barely. But look at all the damage that SK
So now you
Telecom
back
is
away
taking.
and
That's going to
get
be a
the
couple
buff.
trips in the fountain. For SKT,
Why is
it looks
Coco
like
pushing
CJ,
away?
though, they'd rather go back and get that dragon, maybe.
Now he's completely out of mana.
I saw 30 seconds to get it, though. and
There's no reason to push that wave because even that wave is
Why
not
are they
going to be...
backing?
Yeah, exactly. Why are they backing? They get a dragon for free right
be
here.
able to get there in time.
Why are they
but
back?
we're
I'm not joking.
going to
Free
head
dragon.
to
Why are they backing?
I don't know.
The ultimate fight.
They have the
in this
dragon time, and
game
they took the
at
last
57
one.
minutes.
Yeah. This is
Why are
going
they
to
back?
be...
I don't know, Papa. This is why they lose the game right here.
Ragnarok.
This
They
is
have
the
position with wards.
This is the reason why they
on the
lose.
line for
But they have position with wards. Why are they
Can they
back?
catch Shy? I think they might have. A little bit of damage onto him. He had the GA anyway.
But those are completely avoidable.
Yep.
Boy.
Shy getting up there in
That's the big
20
mistake
Fifth
this game.
Dragon again.
Are they
can
gonna
blow
rush
this
it?
thing immediately. They can destroy it so fast. Dragon getting low. CJ needs to stop this. Can they do it? 5th Dragon will go to SK Telecom. And
Position
they're gonna turn
on an
this one
objective
around
is so
onto
important at this part of the
CJ.
game because you
That
Yeah.
can't go for a steal because you're
And
dead for 80 seconds.
This is what it is. Following through with your decisions. If CJ wants to make that play, you have to take that bot in hit.
I've ever seen. This turret in big trouble.
They split their
Falling
decision right
pushes
there,
CJ
and
back
then they
a
get
bit.
destroyed.
But then
for
they
it.
just randomly
Still
back.
can push
Yep.
this turret a little bit harder.
And Marin recalling
I don't get it. Blue buff was
now.
up. You have every opportunity to get Ziggs more mana right
Got
there.
home guards.
It's painful, isn't it?
They need to worry
But it
about
doesn't-
that vulnerable inhibitor and
There
bot
wasn't
lane.
even,
SK
like-
Telecom
There wasn't even an obvious reason
putting up
to.
the Baron
Nope.
area, I suppose. No Baron for a while yet.
Everybody's already 6 items. You don't have to back for items. Unless you're backing for elixirs, but you don't need elixirs.
I mean, the Ziggs has 3,000 gold. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything.
I totally agree with you. It's the reason why they lost.
And the big issue, the big reason I have a problem with it is they had wall coverage over the area,
Yep.
and you can't show up late and go for a steal because if you die, it's 80-second death time and you
Yep.
lose the game
Yeah.
anyway. So to have everything, I don't know. At this point, he can buy whatever item he wants. Zephyr doesn't make sense because the 10% move speed actually hits the cap faster. So, might as well get the Trinity Force for more burst damage.
I think Trinity Force is such a good pickup right
It is. I mean, he literally, less than a full rotation, killed the red buff. It's crazy.
Enormous damage to everyone.
I've never seen this before. That is creative item building on the fly. I want to see how well it works.
Well, Bang is absolutely the MVP of this
Some
game.
thrift shopping.
For SK Telecom, the only
Not
question
really, it's like
is,
a very rich
to
shopping.
win.
Some Gucci shopping.
here comes SKT.
Oh yes, my
That
caviar.
pressure is on. They've got
Be
that
from
fifth dragon
imported
stack
from
for a
Iran
little
instead.
while longer. Just a bit. Look at the damage on that turret from Bang.
Nice, really worried about
Has
those,
a sheen
those
now.
turret
Yeah.
shots.
So,
2 sheens for SK Telecom. They're going to be burning objectives pretty quick.
And the problem here too is that the fifth dragon stack rather coincides with the Baron. So now they're gonna lose Baron. They lose everything because of that. That one dragon drastically changed
But they
the
gave it
momentum.
away!
I know,
They
it's
gave the
terrible.
game away!
It's terrible,
Game
isn't
right
it?
now.
But now I'm just
I
sad.
don't know about CJ. It's really difficult to
That
make
one
calls in
mistake.
unique situations, but they made
But it didn't even have an
one of
obvious
which was
reason.
we're not
I
gonna
don't
push
get
this
it either.
inhibitor harder. And the other one is we're going to recall before that
No, I'm
dragon
sad.
comes up.
Hmm?
I feel like
And
both
those are going
not
to
the
be.
right choice.
I think the recalling was the really question.
But now I'm gonna remember this game
It's-
for
it's-
their poor strategic decision rather than Bang's
Well,
amazing play.
you know what's just it's deceptive though because CJ really only made that one mistake, right? In a 70-minute game,
But the
it came down to one mistake.
The mistakes you make at 60 minutes are much more important than
Yeah,
the mistakes you
sure.
make at 20 minutes.
Sure.
Again, you're at 60
I
minutes.
totally agree with you. It was a
Half
very
an
bad
hour
decision.
But
in a
And
game.
you know what
what
else?
did it do though?
Fifth
What did they
Dragon.
get from it?
Fifth Dragon is so. We haven't even mentioned this, but Fifth Dragon is so important on low damage compositions because of the true damage. The fact that it gives everybody true damage
It, gives,
makes
it makes
this
Maokai and Lulu and Rek'Sai damage.
and
to
Annie,
it.
even
Well,
Annie.
I mean,
have
Annie.
all the vision right now. But
I mean, she will if she hits 4 people with true damage. You know what I mean?
SKT has to play around.
Wait, why did he? Oh, they need to check it. And then that Zigzag's down.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Check it.
They're going to go in. Sivrel popped to help CJ escape.
But this particular composition from SKT benefits from the 5
Sure.
dragon stacks way more than most other.
Have you
comps.
noticed the fifth dragon dropped off from the scoreboard?
He doesn't have a GA,
It's his
but
fault.
it's okay.
Now it did. It didn't last time.
I know.
Weird.
Weird. Rito crazy.
They want to force it.
This Baron has a lot of health.
During Gnar before
Doesn't
he gets his
matter.
rage back up.
Right, here we go. Marin coming in. Bang. A lot of damage onto Ambition. Banking in the back lines. There's the box. Can they do it? Bang getting
Grace is
closer.
doing absolutely no damage.
Marin getting lower.
He got some
There's a
orders in
kill
finally at
from
the
Coco
end.
onto Marin. Bang. Last round on him. He needs to be the hero. He is the hero. A double kill. And that
Such
may
a
send us to
monstrous
game
play.
5. Will it happen?
It's
Shy
absolutely crazy he
coming
pulled
back
that
up
off.
from that
He's
GA.
so
Are
tanked.
they going to get
Yeah,
it? They
yeah.
will. A triple kill for Bang.
And Coco in space out of his.
Are we ready for the slow version of this?
But see, they already used 2 ults.
Ziggs using his ult.
Ziggs and Sivir ult are
Civ
now
used
down.
it already.
Yeah, they got scared.
Low on mana, though. SK they're doing it.
So they're forcing it.
Well, I mean, they have
Now-
so much damage.
Not without the 5 dragons they don't.
Still, I think it's still so much damage. So they kite away.
Oh, so they use the satchel charge right here.
Minefield's down as well.
Yeah, that's actually huge because it's not on the ramp.
There's nothing for the choke.
So I think SKT, their instant decision after they see those abilities go down is really
I mean, his
good.
ult's down as well, right?
Yeah,
All he
yeah,
has is Q.
Yep. Totally, you go right there while they can't abuse you in
That's
the
why
choke.
they went on Ambition.
Yep.
It's like, you know,
Yep. And Bengi just comes over the wall, so that minefield really doesn't do anything.
Coco's completely out of position also. When he went to check, he's still...
Well, he is in a brush without wards in it.
Okay, but he
That's-
has no... Like, he can't even get the short fuse off. He's like doing nothing.
No,
He still hasn't entered the fight.
Yeah, that's not true. Marin's positioning is really good now, though. He had to back off, and that gave Marin position right here. That's the advantage, right?
Sure.
And Bengi flashed out of that, but at least they have this barrel here on the choke. But Bang, this Randuin's active is huge too.
It's like a 4-second slow.
Yeah, it's a really good Randuin's. And then
And now it's time for the Wild Growth Lucian. Here we go. 7,000 health Lucian. Cleanse is the first thing, QSS. Everyone's dead.
flashes for
Well, I mean, there's no damage from this back. Space to some degree, but he's so strong.
A double kill!
This is a bad look for Dodge. Like, she's gonna be sad about this.
He is the hero! A double kill!
He is the hero!
That's the game 5. Will it happen? Shive
Oh dear.
coming back up from that GA. Are they going to get him? They will. A triple kill for Bang.
And Coco and Space out of position.
Yep.
Bang is just
I
going
know
to
that you
walk
say
up and
Coco
start
was well
huge
positioned, but he
minion wave
needed
in
to
the
get behind his
bottom
tank,
lane
but I was
right
just
now.
never
Yeah,
going
I
to do
agree.
anything.
Sights on Baron and
He's
CJ.
got zoned the whole time.
Recalls
I agree
coming
with
in
He has
from
flash
CJ.
cleanse and full
Coco
health.
sticking
Yep.
around.
Agree with
They
you.
can't risk CJ backdooring them or
Now he
something
plays
like that.
Apparently, I thought so in the moment
This
too,
was
because I
pretty
said he was
cool.
mispositioned.
This is pretty clever too.
Wow.
Okay, no, they are now.
It took a while to start Baron. He actually ults here because he thinks that they've been doing Baron the whole time.
Yep.
Because they pulled off, he does it at what? Let's wait for the
Yeah,
health.
right now.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. He does it at 7,700
Yeah.
health. That's so clever.
No chance of a steal right now. They're chasing down Coco.
What's the line on
That'll be a
SKT
Baron.
for
They'll have
MSI?
Baron for the
won't
fifth Dragon
I don't know.
Slayer
You think
fight.
EDG's gonna win?
Yes, they
It
will.
has been.
I'd
one
like
of
to
the
see
most
it, but
ludicrously
do I think they're gonna
back-and-forth
win?
games
Like,
I
After
have.
watching that LGD series, I can't
80
say. I don't think you honestly say that they're gonna
ADG
win.
made so many strategic moves. Like that's.
Yeah,
I
it-
felt like such a Debbie Downer that whole series. It's
I
like
know.
they won those fights, but if only they did all the correct things.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that LGD did get some pretty substantial early gold blades. They're looking less strong on this patch than they were previously.
Well, to be fair, Klilov somehow became the master of fighters randomly, so he was randomly the best Lee Sin, and now you
They
can't
took
play Lee
that blue
Sin.
buff away from Coco.
I think a lot of the problems are around Pawn, but like that's a bit of a kind of defeatist, like it's kind of an empty argument. 'cause there's no
Pawn
way to
really
say
did
it.
not play well during that series.
I know, but I don't like empty arguments where it's like I think it's because of this thing that we can't substantiate.
I'm worried about EDG because I feel like their like weird Cassidon mid priority is really abusable by SK Telecom. I mean, we've seen what they do with low wave clear compositions in Game 3. They absolutely wrecked them. So
I feel like Lulu you have to pick early, and they're not going to pick Caston into
Pushing
Lulu.
up the mid lane now. That's a
Why
Baron.
would you do that?
That
I think it's just
SK
too
Telecom has,
painful.
though. And dragging
Right.
up in 3
But
seconds.
Lulu's, will they even ban Lulu is the question.
They want to
I
get
don't know.
that dragon.
It's not
in.
really
Baron said,
high
"Oh,
priority in
Bangy."
China.
Gets hit with the
Does
Descendants.
Bang play Callisto?
Yeah, they're gonna get
Oh,
the dragon,
yeah.
and there it is, fifth
He
dragon.
plays Callisto
Spot,
really
and now
well.
SKT
There you go.
turns
They're going to
this
ban
one
Callisto. Okay, that's
on
one
to
ban.
CJ back
Wait
up
till
to
next
the
game,
lead.
Papa.
Now
You'll
on
see how
lane.
good Bang's Callista is.
Oh right, it's a blind food game.
It was also banned against him every game this series.
I wish I had more time to watch
It's going to be
LCK.
pushed up against somebody has to
I
go
try
deal
not
with
to.
top side, and now
It's okay, you're the hero China deserves, Papa. Casting 20 games a week.
That minion
Wow,
wave
and he
earlier.
nearly gets it.
Shades
Huge
on.
minion wave earlier did most of the damage to the turret already, and there's Faker popping in with the Lich Bane.
Ah, Lichbane. Still relevant like it used to be before, but only at 600.
They've got the biggest buffs. They've got the items. Can they force a blind pick game 5? They're gonna
Unfortunately,
take down
Ziggs does
this inhibitor.
absolutely nothing against Baron buff minions.
Rotating
Sad
to the
times.
mid lane. Bang, just going after that turret himself. He's got the shield from Lulu. Look at that. Taking quite a bit of damage, though.
And at the moment Baron comes to
That's
us.
wise.
Nothing to do.
Wow, I don't think that was a good idea.
Especially when you have a wave up on top. Bang is going to be able to get
Well,
most of
never
his
mind.
health
When I'm watching, because he has all the movement speed, it looks like, you remember when they reworked Lucian and he had infinite dash?
Yeah,
It looks like he's just skating around like he's Uzi or something on like that patch.
I can't believe they allowed China to play.
Sure, the inhibitor's down.
Like, because what was it? What
You,
was
you
it?
keep using words like they allow. Who's the person, who's the allowing authority in that
Tencent?
statement?
Right now, the game is
Tencent made the decision.
I know, but they allowed Lucian to be played immediately after the rework last year. That shit was hilarious. They were
Roller
just,
skating Lucian?
yeah, there were a ton of champions like that too that they just
How do you
immediately.
think Uzi made it to Worlds? He's played Lucian every game and skated his way to 21-0.
It's so sad.
There's no shields.
Even that's sad. Star Wars World Cup got relegated.
I know.
in trouble.
That's sad.
That is sad.
SK Telecom
The double
playing it out
world
really
to
safe at this
casual
point, though.
SPO relegation strategy.
Cautiously approaching this mid lane inhibitor. They want to end. They want to get a kill. There goes the second inhibitor.
The Sheen
SK
procs are
Telecom
pretty nice though.
just backs
Lich
out. They
Bane
wanna
too,
make it complete.
of
They're gonna
Faker.
Go for the top. They've got lane pressure on all 3 lanes
This game
now.
is over the moment they got Baron buff. Well, this game is over when they made the
CJ
misrotation
knew
around
they
Dragon.
need a
Yeah, that's true.
miracle. They need a miracle team fight.
Because they can't even bunker.
It's very
Are you trying to
methodical. They've got
use
super minions in bottom.
nouns as
Yeah,
verbs
so
again,
SKT
Pablo?
doesn't have to play this too
Well,
aggressively.
bunker's what you do when you have Nidia, right?
Slow and
You're like,
steady
I'm over here with
They
my
can
ultimate.
take this to a game 5.
You hunker in the bunker. You mean you hunker?
I just said bunker. I didn't say about hunkering bunker.
Just saying that bunker is
You bunker in.
That's
a thing.
It's like an Australian thing.
It could be.
Hunker down, bunker in. I don't know. I don't know your colloquialisms.
They're waiting till Shy gets Mega.
You know what really bothers me?
It's now.
What bothers you,
He's got Meganar.
Using aggress as a verb. Aggress onto someone. Do you know what verb you use for that? It's attack.
Sure.
It's attack.
Who would say aggress onto? Like, I know like it makes some.
What is? Lolcasters say that all the time.
Oh, that Grog is
Literally
so
all
good
the time.
at
Yes.
Aggress is a pretty like.
It's used all the time.
It's a
in
pretty
Lolcasters.
fancy thing to say.
Attack.
Aggress onto them. No one actually says that.
Yes, they do, Pop, but they say it all the time. It tilts me so bad. Aggress on or aggress onto is used by lolcasters all the time.
Well,
Get out of here.
just attack them.
I know. Attack, dive.
No one needs to tell Bang to attack them.
Aggress onto. It sounds so awkward.
But it's not. I don't think it's incorrect English. Though. Like you can say that. Actually. I feel like I've heard that in a non-law context. I agree that
It's really
muddy.
weird English.
It's really muddy.
Yeah, it's muddy and it's never used outside of. It is, I think, technically proper, but it's never used outside of that context. And we already have better verbs. The verb is attack. Anyway, that just tilts me. That's like one of those things that is a huge pet peeve of
How's that
mine.
English major treating you? Enjoying that English major?
I don't think anyone was ready for this, though.
I was not ready for this game. I thought this series would be good, and it was pretty disappointing the first couple of games, but it's really been
Sound really
Gold
biased with
totals.
statements like that.
111,000
Okay.
gold for SKT,
I'm okay with being
106 for CJ. As SK
Not on the
Telecom
CJ
tries to
hype
take this
train.
final inhibitor. Oh,
Miss Coco.
barely dodges
Like I
the
understand
moment.
what you were saying in that
Tries
context.
Meganar
Oh,
again.
what was I saying here?
Go
Oh,
again,
I thought you were talking about.
No,
my
you
Chris
literally
Sanchez
said
statement.
like I thought it was gonna be a good series, but it was really disappointing the first two games. The way you said it was like,
Well, it's because they got SKT
know, I
got
know.
stomped.
Yeah.
but you
They
can
played.
see
They
how
blind picked.
you can see
Zero.
how you could be like suspicious about your one-armers. That was really disappointing. Then like SKT started winning.
Best
That's
80
looking
carry
pretty good.
performance.
Liking it now.
I was actually really impressed with CJ the first two games.
They played really good.
Oh, that inhibitor's gonna go down.
I like their drafting a lot.
Yeah, the drafting was.
CJ could do, and
Except for
now
game
the
3.
Nexus turrets,
No,
one
that
goes
game.
down.
But
Can
that game
SKT
one
finish it
especially I
off?
really liked.
They're backing off their
I
playing so
Urgot comps
safe.
is such a
Another
fine
Dragon,
balance.
another
I
Baron.
really liked it.
With all this
What
pressure,
I see a lot of emoticons in the chat.
you wanna maybe try to
Are
take
people
that
having
risk?
fun?
Oh, they just wait for the super minions. Do the same thing here.
Yep.
The worst feeling in League when you give away every objective, but you know you're not strong enough to fight.
More buffs.
Yep. Well, I
Everything's
think it's
gone.
wise. They've got
Yep, they
pressure on all three lanes.
Three inhibitors down. Take the buffs.
This is how you close it out.
Close it slowly.
Yep. Absolutely.
They have to deal with this
Absolutely.
inhibitor in the top side that's going down right now. SK Telecom, they don't see people defending. They should not be doing this, Baron.
Oh boy, okay, here we go, here we go. Baron getting taken by SKT. Here comes Shy. There's a ward over the wall.
Why are they doing
Shy
spam?
jumps in. Can he make a miracle?
I
No,
guess
the Baron goes
the average
SKT.
number
Shy
of
a lot of
us
trouble.
not
He's still got
being
that
there.
DA. Where is the rest of CJ
Well,
though?
it's over at this
CJ
point.
needs to protect their
Yeah.
top laner. They can't. He goes down. Yet another
Shy's
kill for
750
Bang.
health.
He tries
He's
to
got
come in.
0 value.
Calling hits nobody but the Raptors.
It's
They go
Bang
up to the double
time.
kill for Bang already.
Boom.
SK Telecom ready to
Is
close
that what
this
you?
one
Is that how you
out.
talk to
Bang
women
a
too,
little
Papa?
bit
It's
low.
Bang
Is that how you say it?
This one out
Guess
at
it depends how
moment.
lucky I'm feeling, you know?
Mara goes down. Ziggs gets a kill as well.
Can we keep this PG rated? PG rated, please,
No,
Monty?
my stream is not PG rated. I'm
Ambition
sorry.
comes in, but it is over. SK Telecom, they will take down this Nexus turret. They will take down the Nexus.
Really?
And we are
I-
going to the
No, I'm just like, I feel
game
like
5.
bittersweet.
GG.
Like I feel like the
Holy
magician
crap,
just showed me
no.
how the trick's done. I was
What
like,
an
this is how the
insane
rabbit
game.
comes out. You're like,
Yeah.
oh no!
Can't believe that SK
like Bang
Telecom took that out.
had a wonderful
Marin,
series.
so many
Yeah.
great
And they were like
stories.
really
Bang
intricate
positioning,
fights,
otherworldly.
but literally they
Marin
decided to give
saving
them a
his
fifth dragon.
team with a teleport to prevent
And
the
lost.
ending
Yeah.
from the
It's
Ziggs.
really hard to
CJ,
make the.
Were they a little bit too passive at times in this game?
I just what was like what was
There
the
were so
reason?
many specific things
But what
though
was the
about that
reason?
thing because if the fifth dragon,
I'm telling you,
if Baron hadn't come up while the fifth dragon buff was up,
going down 0-2.
Okay, but they had all this information.
they did.
So I'm asking you this question.
There wasn't.
What did they get from it?
There wasn't.
There was no items for Ziggs to pick up. There was a better blue buff option that was.
I
right
think
next to the
maybe
dragon.
they were scared because they used that Sivir ult when they tried to create that pick onto
What
Mara.
were they scared? They had vision.
I know. Dude, I know. I don't agree
They
with
were
it.
in position with vision, and they could have taken a
It was a bad play. It was a bad shot call for
And
sure.
Ziggs already had 6 items.
Yeah.
It's like he was getting powering out.
Ambition, that's the face you make when you realize you're definitely going to have to face Faker's LeBlanc in the next game. He's like, oh shit.
Well, they were 2-0 up. The reverse sweep face is pretty... You just crop Ryu onto all these players.
Ryu face on
The
everyone.
Ryu face on everyone. Why are they having a chat? They just walk up to Faker and be like, you're playing LeBlanc.
After a close game
Shy's like,
you know that it will be an incredible finish.
I played not.
Not like this. Not like this.
The Empire struck
Man,
back
if
that
CJ
game today. Luke Skywalker
Wouldn't it have been...
CJ on the
So,
ropes.
they came into the series how many? 6-0?
I don't
8-0?
think
Be able to play in the
He
next
had
one.
both of them right there. Well, it looked like immediately
9-0.
robot hand, so it
They
wasn't
came
that
in
bad
9-0.
really, but-
Yes.
If they had swept both series...
SKT came in 6-0 though. And SKT won all of their best of threes in the second round robin.
Guys, I don't, it doesn't matter if